Okay, we're live. Had to double and triple check, but we are good. So hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed, Code here. And today, both Neon and Rob are here early. Very early. But I'm sorry to say this, Rob, Neon beat you to the punch today. Neon was in fact here first. In fact, 14 minutes. 14 minutes early. Now that is commitment. Are you really live? It's all a question of perspective. True, true. Well, my perspective is that, well, we're all dead. That's my perspective. It's the best perspective, the only perspective. But yeah, we got DDLC here. Now, without further ado, you already know what's up. Now, last time we finished episode 8, if I'm not mistaken, right? After inside Series Head, MC bakes with Natsuki, Yuri shows off her spooky DDLC mod. Yes, that was the last thing we did, meaning that now it's time for episode 9, which is, yeah, 9 and 10 today. The next time 11 and 12, and then we'll see if we can do some bonus stuff. My perspective is just Monica, that is also a fair perspective. Episode 9. Yuri's acting president and finds something troubling. MC and Sayori say they're both fine, but are they? Natsuki makes a baking show mod. Okay. Let's start the episode. I am ready. Maybe. And we're in the space classroom. Okay.
Hello again. I didn't bring you here, in case you were wondering. The game just showed up here. I feel weirdly pressured to say something. It's strange. I haven't been here since the incident. I'm not sure why I came back. I don't really mind the feeling of unreality that comes with being club president. Regular life already feels unreal to me sometimes, I suppose. The awareness that comes with being club president can be a little agitating, though. And the space that Monica has created is very restful. So I suppose I just came here for a little calmness. I'm glad you came to visit.
Also, hi Debbie, welcome. Suddenly update. Nah, season 1 won't get an update. But after we're done with season 1, we have to play season 2. And then season 3. Which isn't, which again, there isn't a compilation yet, but it's gonna come out this year. Awaiting the compilation, alright. How are we all? I'd say, well, personally speaking, I'm doing decent. Feeling a slight bit sickly today, which is probably not a good time to stream a game that requires voice acting to any degree, but it's fine. 69 seasons, that is a good answer, Rob. I like the way you think. I like what you're thinking. Sadly, I highly doubt we'll be around for, actually no. How quickly are those seasons getting pumped out? Is it 1 season per year? Because in that case, we should be able to experience 69 seasons. For 20? Well, in that case, I'm sure we won't be able to see them all.
Sorry, I know you're probably waiting for me to say something. Normally, I'm actually a little bit of a solitary person. And I'm certainly not used to trying to perform. I guess I should focus on trying to have a natural conversation with you, but that's not easy for me either. Oh, there's one thing I'd like to talk to you about. Natsuki and I have been talking a lot about Sayori recently. Natsuki's concerned that Sayori's relationship with Kenzo is not a healthy one. She's convinced that Sayori has ulterior self-destructive motives. I figured you would know better than anyone what the truth of the matter is. What do you think is going on in Sayori's head?
Not sure I should say no, I absolutely am gonna say, because we need to fix it. I agree with Natsuki, and she is right. And yeah, I agree with her in the sense that we need to get those two together as soon as possible. Maybe 1 season per year. Yeah, about 1 per year. That is a good, that is good to know. And the season has 12 episodes? So we average to an episode per month, but I know they technically come out weekly. But yeah. But the average would be an episode per month. Natsuki is right.
Why do you think so?
Sometimes the game lets me read read thoughts. I've read Sayori's. Just trust me on this. Just trust me, bro. Now, I'm gonna be entirely honest here. I'm gonna be 100% entirely honest.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess that means that all the times the game has been on me, you might have been able to read my thoughts. I'm surprised Monica hasn't mentioned this to us. I guess she might not know since she tries not to pay too much attention to the game view. I'll have to talk about it with her later. Anyway, what exactly is your thinking on this?
She's just going out with whoever to push MC away for his own benefit.
Oh, I see. Classic self-destructive Sayori. Well, I'm not even sure what to do with this information. I can't exactly confront Sayori with it. I'll think on it some more. Maybe an idea will come to me. Well, it has been a pleasure, but I'd like some time to myself to read, if possible. I guess you can't control when you go, though. But I can. Anyone in particular would like to go visit? Well, I have some time to myself.
Oh, absolutely best girl. You already know I'm gonna pick best girl. There is no option other than best girl. Got a bit lazy with the omnipresent voice cover. But I get that. I get the lazy. We all get the lazies. Did you die? How? Again, if it's not like, if I can't die, then the reward just, it's pointless. Natsuki then Monica. If I can visit multiple people, I'm assuming I can probably do that. And I had a tort. Had to happen.
Oh, Natsuki, you know, it's funny. I know we started off with a bit of a rocky relationship, but she's sort of become my best friend over the last few months. Sometimes I think she worries too much on my account, but it's nice to have someone who's looking out for you. Please be sure she's doing alright if you would. See you soon, I hope.
Well, off we go. Considering redeeming Omaya for the sound, you would really redeem those points just for the sound alert. Wow.
Right, totally ready to go. Anything I'm forgetting? Uniform looks good. Got all the books in the backpack, and everything else I need. Anything I need for the literature club? Shit, I forgot to write my poem. I don't remember the prompt. I'll just have to suck it up and ask Monica, I guess. Better than not having a poem to share. Hey yo, what was the poem prompt for this week again?
Are you only just now writing yours?
Maybe, maybe not, who can say?
Well, you can.
Just give me the prompt. Shh. Give me the prompt, Monica.
Oh no, she's doing the M. She's doing the Monica with all the M's. Oh no, don't get corrupted here.
I was writing about a place that's special to you.
KK, thanks. Alright, glad that's taken care of. A place that's special to me, huh? I've got it. The literature club. The literature club closet is where it's at. Gotta write this quickly though. I don't have a lot of extra time. Oh, and gotta bring MC's birthday present. It should be a fun day today.
Let's see. Question. Of course I would. Twitch won't let me even click read, and like I'm trying, it won't let me. Wow, that's interesting. Doing the microwave. Yeah, Natsuki was doing the microwave, absolutely. Place that's special to me, DDLC. Yeah, just the literature club.
So, what do you guys all get for MC's birthday? I love birthdays, especially his.
I got him a rolling pin. He's been trying to beg recently, so I figured, hey, let's get him hooked.
I got him a book.
Of course you got him a fucking book. What book?
It's called Ender's Game. I think he'll like it.
I just got him a few months of subscription to an anime site. I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah, then he will have to pirate a little bit less.
What about you, Sayori? Did you get him anything interesting? Totally. I got him 6 candy bars.
Wow. That is a serious gift coming from you. The real question is that how many you started with? Or have some of the ones you originally meant to give him disappeared?
That's how many I had to begin with. Although I really want to eat one of them.
But you haven't. That's sweet of you.
So Natsuki, how did it go baking with MC last week?
Oh, it went alright, I guess.
Did anything interesting happen?
No. I know you're obsessed with getting him together with one of us, but no hookups occurred. It was strictly platonic.
Mm-hmm.
It was. You can ask him.
Well, all I know is this. The lights went out in the kitchen, and then the lights went on in his bedroom for a while, and then the lights went off and you left.
That's kinda creepy, Sayori. Do you always spy on people when they're at MC's house?
Only when I'm trying to get them together.
Yeah, well you can go on trying. The truth is that he belongs with you and you know it. And you'll realize that soon enough.
Okay, that's enough of that talk. That's enough boy talk for now. Some of us actually have classes to go to. I'll see you all at the club later today.
You were present during all of that. Did you figure out anything of what was going on when we were baking?
I could tell that you were right about it being purely platonic. For the most part.
Got called out there, Natsuki. Oh, fountain pen. My grave potato. Ah, yes. Perfect.
But it was totally platonic.
It was, but it wasn't hard to feel that you think MC is attractive and you were using willpower to keep it platonic.
I have a newfound appreciation for Monika's tendency to remain silent about what she picks up from the game.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Come on, we should get going too.
Teacher, right. So now we want to use this linear approximation to approximate the value of the fourth root of 10.
This is so boring.
Shh, you're gonna get us in trouble.
Miss Hirayama never notices anything. She's too focused on her lecture. Are you excited for today?
Sure, I guess. Yuri blackmail? Oh no, she has blackmail now. How could this be? Club day is always fun.
Can you remember anything else to be excited about?
Not that I know of. Is there something else I should be excited for?
If you can't remember anything, I guess there must not be. But if you're looking for things to be excited about, you're sitting next to me still.
Is that flirting? I'm not sure you should be flirting now that you have a boyfriend and all. Especially with a handsome guy like me.
Well, you definitely shouldn't be flirting with me either like that. Not that I was flirting with you in the first place.
Wow, it's like you've been taking lessons from Natsuki.
When did you get so confident? I remember when you used to stutter anytime you talked to girls. Even me sometimes.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just something about cute girls with red bows in their hair that fills me with confidence. We should probably stop. I mean, you really do have a boyfriend now. I'm not sure he'd appreciate our banter. I don't want to sabotage your relationship or anything like that.
I mean, it's just harmless talk. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course. You should be excited for your imminent demise. Yeah. It's honestly nice that he completely forgot about his birthday. Also, hello, Ivanov.
Honestly, I don't think Kenzo would even notice or care.
I care, though. I really don't want to do anything that would risk putting you in a difficult spot. So, I don't mind bantering, but I'll try to keep it from being so...
Flirty?
Yeah. As hard as that is. Ah, I'm doing it again. Noise.
So Yuri did say she was bringing Kenzo today, right?
She did.
I'm sure that like it sure seems like the three of us end up talking together about Sayori a lot.
You're the one who wants to do a secret scheme to get her and MC together.
Yeah, I know, it just feels weird to constantly be talking about her without her here.
I'm actually kind of nervous. I get anxious about meeting new people. Have either of you ever met Kenzo?
No?
Me neither, I've only ever heard about him.
What do you hear about him?
Basketball player, really into cars. I think he and his friends are trying to rebuild a car.
I see.
I wonder what he looks like.
Hi everyone! This is my boyfriend, Kenzo!
Natsuki whispers to Yuri.
Is it just me, or does Sayori have a type?
It's not just you. He definitely looks very similar.
Kenzo, these are my friends from the literature club. This is Monica. The short one's Natsuki, and that's Yuri.
Hi everyone! So, is this the Monica?
That's me.
You play volleyball, right?
That's right. Setter and captain. And I hear you play basketball.
Yeah, I do. I'm sure I'm going to keep doing it after high school. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep doing it after high school though. It's pretty fun though, I guess. What about you two girls? Any interesting hobbies?
Yes. I play soccer, and right?
I mostly write also.
What sort of stuff do you guys write? Ooh, Red Eyes Vampire, grab a stick! Yes! Straight through the heart. That's what we need right now. Kill him. Kill him now. Hello everyone, Markiplier here. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Nah, I can't do a Markiplier impression. I found a willing musician today. Oh, wait, really? If you're serious about that, then that's exciting. Markipliers, yes. Whoa.
All sorts of stuff. Light graphic novels, video game coding, I occasionally dabble in poetry.
Fancy, what about you, Yuri?
Nothing very good. Mostly things that I keep to myself. But like Natsuki, I write a lot of poetry.
Cool. Well, I've got a jam for now. I'll catch you later, okay, Chica?
Okay.
Kenzo walks back down into the school.
Oh, thank goodness.
Natsuki and Yuri, I will never understand you two. You're perfectly capable of normal human interactions with club members. But meet someone new and you guys completely lose it.
Look, you know how we do with people we don't know very well yet? I get defensively uppity, and Yuri turns into an isolated hermit living far from civilization who has never before seen another human being.
That actually sounds rather nice at the moment. Monica, we need to come early and set up the club for MC's birthday, right?
Right, just a couple minutes, it shouldn't take too long. By the way, I think MC forgot it's his birthday. He's so absent-minded.
Yeah, unlike you, Sayori.
Well, if he's forgotten, it'll be that much better of a surprise. See you guys at the club.
Alright. Carpet hires, Chica, 5 times. No! No!
Before you go, I found something that I wanted you to know about.
Oh?
Hold on a moment.
Rooftop, well, bad. Fortress? I still don't know what that does. Is the space classroom just called Fortress or something? Because if so, interesting.
So, I was digging around a bit in the file structure Monica maintains locally. I'm not exactly sure yet how she's doing that. I think she's actually using a cloud server. But I can't tell if the files are sitting in some simulated server in this reality or are hosted somewhere on your internet. Anyway, I found a very interesting file in one of them. It's called escapeplan2.exe. Well, let me show you.
Alright, let's see what we got. Team Fortress 2 yet, no. Game, so Yori.chr, Yuri.chr, Natsuki.chr, MC.chr, init, If club president, Monica.chr call screen dialog to club president. Last chance to change your mind. Think about what you're doing. Think about player. Okay. Arm. Menu club president. Call restore. Board call restore. Call restore. A lot of doing that. Abort, abort. Don't click here. Confirm. Don't click here. Abort, abort, abort. Confirm. Confirm select. Jump goodbye. Hang on, let me hide the dialogue real quick. Call scatter alt Monica scatter protocol. Delete altered logs. Delete Monica.chr. Reply call show poem. Poem goodbye. Is this some kind of suicide plan? The whole deletion thing? Escape plan 2. A goodbye note? The whole deletion thing? Oh my god. That doesn't seem... That's a yikes.
I'm not sure how much of this you understand.
I understand enough of it. I understand just enough.
There are some external dependencies here that would prevent you from understanding it fully. Plus, Monica is usually using her weird custom language. But this is basically a suicide program for Monica. First, she commits a program control to world ban, which is the file that essentially tells the program how to simulate our world now. Then she temporarily write protects everyone with a character file besides her, so that she can't hurt us with what she's going to do. She also locks in a CHR variable in us, which, as far as I can tell, controls how sad we feel about some things relating to Monica. And then she sends herself a confirmation message, giving herself a chance to back out. And then if she confirms, she starts up a scrubber program, and that erases every trace of her from every file, along with any custom location she's created, like a spare room, like the space room. And then she displays what is essentially a suicide note to you and whoever the new club president is, and things move on. I've been kind of distressed since finding this. The program's actually been accessed constantly, either for editing or because Monica was toying with killing herself, but at the very least it shows that she hasn't forgotten it's there and hasn't deleted it, so you can understand perhaps why I'm worried. Actually, looking at this kind of freaks me out. Hang on. Much better. Oh, wait. There we go. Anyway, yes, this is very troubling. The fact that this exists makes me very nervous. Monica's a very good friend to all of us, and I don't want to lose her, whether because she activates this or it accidentally gets triggered. Plus, it would be very easy to use this to wipe out any one of us completely. I guess if I deleted it, there'd be nothing to keep Monica from writing it again. It just really worries me to know it's there.
Can you put everything we made so far in a Google document with directions on what kind of music you want to be made? I probably could do that. By everything, do you just mean the audio files or the visuals too? Because audio files, that would be easy, because the main audio files we have right now are, you know, the chromatic scales and SF2 files. That's basically the gist of what we have when it comes to audio. But giving directions, that much could be doable. And again, I doubt visuals would be that important for the... Then again, sometimes it helps having the visuals, so... All of it. I mean, you know what, it's probably fair. We should have everything we have so far compiled in, like, you know, one folder. I'll do that maybe tomorrow if I remember to. Should I just drop all the assets in, like, a folder, or should I... Yeah, I'll just drop all the assets in a folder. because we don't really have a working version of everything yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have modded it a little bit so I could play a cover and stuff. But yeah, I think just dropping all the files should be good enough. Probably. Don't have to drop an entire Psych Engine copy. I think. Save some storage space, you know.
It just really worries me to know it's there. Anyway, I just wanted you to know about this, okay?
Make folder, music, then make subfolders with character names. That would probably be for the best.
I just wanted you to know about this, okay? Maybe talk to Monica about it if you get the chance. She respects your opinion. Maybe if you asked her to, she'd get rid of this awful thing. Although I guess you'd have to be careful about how you did it. She'd probably be pretty upset if she just learned all of a sudden that I showed you this. I guess you'll have to find a way to deal with it naturally. Well, I've probably taken enough of your time. Thanks for bearing with me. I wish you the best of luck with Monica.
Alright, going back to the roof, everyone. Let's go back. You okay, Yuri?
Wow, that really is a weird feeling. I'm slightly late for class, gotta get moving.
Oh, right. The thing that Monica did too, with the, creating basically a duplicate of yourself and then remerging. But honestly, and again, I didn't even give my answer on how many seasons I think there will be. Well, eventually they gotta run out of content, but I do think they'll probably keep going as long as they have some creatives. 8 seasons? I mean, we're currently there are 3 seasons. I'm gonna put a little bit on top. I'm gonna say 10. I'm gonna say we're just barely gonna reach the double digits, and that's when they're gonna call it quits. Maybe. But part of me hopes they'll just keep going as long as they keep coming up with good ideas.
Oh, I'm slightly late for class, gotta get moving. See you soon.
So, the assignment for next time will be pages 255 to 298. And just as a small hint, I wouldn't be surprised if the table on page 263 was very important on the final exam. Class dismissed.
As the class shuffles away, MC stays behind. Hey, Miss Ida?
MC, what can I do for you?
I'm not sure I really understand what acids and bases actually are.
Well, for today, we were assuming everything was happening in a solution of water, right? But very simply, these kinds of acids we were talking about today are things that give off protons in water, while a base is something that gives off hydroxide, OH- in water.
I think I get that. And, like, they neutralize each other and become the OH- and the H+, make more water.
Almost, but it's not quite that simple.
Plot twist. They stop at the episode. At episode 420. Maybe they could do that too, who knows. One very long explanation of acids and bases later.
And then it becomes water. At least that's how it works with everything we were talking about today.
Okay, I think I get it. Thanks, Miss Ida.
You're very welcome. I actually had a question I wanted to ask you if you don't mind.
What's that?
You're friends with Natsuki, right?
Yes.
Well, she's been acting a little strangely. It seems to me like she's something very unusual happened to her recently that she doesn't want to talk to anyone about, and it's a little concerning. Would you know anything about it? So you do, but you also don't want to talk about it.
MC nods.
How do you and Natsuki know each other again?
We're both in the literature club. We get together to read and write stuff on Wednesdays.
I see. Well, let me ask you this, MC. You don't have to tell me what it is that happened to her if you don't want, but is she alright?
Well, yeah, I'd say she's fine. I mean, she has problems like anyone else, but for the most part, I'd say she's doing well.
And how are you?
I'm alright, I guess.
Everything okay with you and Sayori?
Does everyone know about that? Oh no, chemistry, yes, true horror.
I'm afraid so, you two are very close.
Well, we still are, we're just very close friends.
MC, this thing that happened to Natsuki, did it also happen to you?
Yes. And you're sure you don't want to talk about it? It's not that I don't want to. It would probably feel really good to tell someone about it who wasn't a part of it and make sure I'm sane. But I couldn't. For one thing, it's a decision that everyone who was involved would have to make as a group, I think. And for another, I am not sure it would be fair to you to tell you. Yes, Natsuki said something similar. Well, I respect your choice, but just know that I'm happy to talk about it, even if it might upset me. Be careful what you wish for. Thank you for looking out for me, MC. I won't keep you any longer. See you next time. Thanks for helping me understand the material. Not a problem, it's my job. Actually, good teachers. What a rare occurrence. Honestly, it was the worst. I thought I'd never get out of that closet.
Wait, when did this happen to you?
Oh, like a couple years ago.
Oh my gosh, I think I remember hearing a banging sound coming from the next door around then. I guess I probably should have investigated.
It definitely would have been nice to have you come to save me. Would have been a lot less embarrassing. Probably.
They sure being flirty with each other, all things considered.
Still shipping him pretty hard, aren't you?
No, really, look at them.
They are being rather collegial for the recent heartbreak that should have occurred. I suppose that Sayori is just too kind and friendly to maintain any emotional distance. And MC wants very much to prove that he's okay and not that badly hurt.
Chemistry of MC's mind be like the chemical that wants to stop existing and finds any reason to destroy itself. Acid? No, acid doesn't destroy itself. It destroys other things. Just like bases. They both destroy other things. And neutralize each other, which is very nice, as was explained, you know, by the teacher already. They're basically the same thing, just on different ends of the spectrum. So kind of like Natsuki and Yuri. Nah. Like the chemical machine was like, yo, tell me anything hot, boom. Random reason, boom. Alright.
No, I fear that might not be the case.
That's a very detailed view of the situation.
Just my opinion based on observing them.
But perhaps this can be turned into a way to get them back together?
Now that's a little ominous. Okay everyone, today I thought we'd look at another mod made by one of our club members, specifically Natsuki. Then we'll do poems, then emails, and then we'll wrap it up. Why don't you tell us about your mod, Natsuki?
Well, it's not really anything fancy. It's mostly just like a cooking show, but in mod form. But the recipe is a really good one.
I coded this one mostly. It wasn't quite as tricky as Yuri's from last week, so we only needed one of us. So, without much further ado, let's play it.
This is gonna be fun? Oh, I imagine it is.
Remember not to talk during this, everyone, or it'll confuse the game on our viewers' end.
Prepare yourself. Oh, I am gonna be prepared. Baking with Natsuki!
Coming to you in front of a fictional live studio audience from a minimum second order simulation, it's Baking with Natsuki. And here's your host, Natsuki.
She gets all the applause she deserves. Let's go. Honestly, do I have to? I'm gonna save here just in case there's actually a good recipe. You know, I'm gonna keep this like... I'm gonna keep this in my memory here.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Natsuki and this is...
Baking with Natsuki!
That's right. Now before we begin today, I'll be joined as usual by my lovely special assistant. Come on out, Yuri.
Hello everyone.
Yuri,
Yes,
you're supposed to be wearing your uniform.
but you're wearing normal clothes.
That's because I'm the charismatic star of this show and you're the eye candy assistant.
Natsuki, you're plenty eye candy yourself.
Now go change into your damn uniform.
Fine.
It's so hard to find good help these days.
Yes, this is perfection.
Now while we wait for Yuri to go change, let's talk about what we're making today. Today's recipe is peanut butter kiss cookies. That's right, often seen around the holidays, these small peanut butter cookies with a chocolatey kiss in the middle are delicious at any time. Now we'll start with the ingredients list, but first, Yuri, what's taking so long?
Just a minute. Better.
We need those sound effects. I need a soundboard just to do this shit. Or I should add all of these sound effects to be redeemable for, you know, for bits.
Definitely. Now while I go get everything out, why don't you tell our audience what ingredients they'll need for this recipe?
For this recipe, you'll need half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of regular sugar, half a cup of unsalted butter.
Now I know that is just, you know what? I'd like to have like more exact numbers to work with than half a cup. Because cups come in varying sizes. Unless we're talking specifically about American measurement system being stupid again. Which is likely the case. Oh well. Sub goal for the soundboard. We could. I could also just make it a follower goal. Speaking of, we're 11 followers away from hitting 500. Now that's a milestone and a half, everyone. Never expected we would actually get that far. And yeah, we're also getting very close to my birthday. Now, sadly, that's not gonna coincide. We will definitely hit my birthday before we make it to 500 followers. Would be fun though if we managed to get that like set up on the same opportunity. Now that would be a celebration and a half.
Half a cup of unsalted butter, half a cup of non-chunky peanut butter. Natsuki, are those all half a cup of something?
Keep reading, nerd.
1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, about 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of salt, another half cup of regular sugar,
Don't question it, just read it.
and 3 to 4 dozen chocolate kisses.
You didn't read it right.
3 to 4 dozen non-specified, in a legal sense, chocolate kisses.
Better.
Ah, yes.
And that's it.
They're not talking about Hershey's Kisses, right? For legal reasons non-specified, yes.
That's not it, Yuri. Read the whole damn thing.
This is ridiculous.
Read it.
Most important of all, lots and lots of tender love.
Aww.
That's right, Yuri, love is the most important ingredient in anything you bake. Now let's talk prep. For this recipe you'll need just 1 big bowl, a baking pan, and some baking parchment. And your oven, of course. Make sure you throw the legally non-specific chocolate kisses into the refrigerator well beforehand. They do best when they start cold. Now the first thing to do is start your dough. If you want to be so kind to start mixing, Yuri, first we mix all the brown sugar, 1 of our 2 batches of half a cup of regular sugar, the butter, and the peanut butter. It helps if you let the butter get to room temperature first, or it'll be really hard to mix. You really need to mix this thoroughly and firmly until it's consistent and really fluffy. Make sure to work in plenty of air. You'll need to work it for at least a couple of minutes. Once you've got that mixture really aerated and consistent, add in the egg and the vanilla, and keep mixing that until it's very thoroughly mixed.
Mixing's really hard work, Natsuki.
It sure is. That's why we're having you do it.
Yes, of course. That's what assistants are for. What audience Natsuki is talking up to? It's 2:30 a.m. and you do a cooking show for a guy. Yes, actually no. We actually have an audience of 4 people if my numbers are to be believed. So that's a big enough audience already in my book. What audience Natsuki is talking to? Yeah, no, I read it.
Now once you or your very own kitchen assistant has finished mixing the egg and vanilla, you'll lastly want to mix the flour, baking soda and salt. This is where you have to be especially thorough. Make sure you don't leave any loose bits of flour around without integrating them thoroughly into the mixture. No joke here, kiddos, keep stirring, and when you think you've stirred enough, keep fucking stirring.
Are you allowed to swear on the show?
On this entirely fictional show, you sure fucking are. But seriously, make absolutely sure you leave no traces of flour behind at all. Otherwise, people will taste a big ol' bite of flour when they eat your cookies, and no one wants that. Once you've mixed the dough, put it in the fridge and let it chill. Yuri, if you would. I like to chill it for a good solid hour, but you can really get by with half an hour if you're pressed for time. If you don't chill the dough, you can still make the cookies, but they'll spread way out and get thin. And what we want are small, thick, compact cookies that you can press a kiss into. Normally on a cooking show, this is the point where we'd have chilled an extra batch of dough in advance. Now, I've always thought that's kind of bullshit, since that's not how it works for you in the kitchen. That's why here on Baking with Natsuki, we're pleased to be the first cooking show that uses actual time travel to skip ahead in a recipe.
Natsuki, this is amazing. If time travel ever gets invented, this better be what it's used for. No more annoying preparations ahead of time on cooking shows. They just use time travel to go ahead and have everything ready.
Hit it, Monica!
Gotta go fast. Amazing. Yuri? What is happening? What are you doing?
And that's why you can't ever paint those blue. Now I think we're just about set for the hour of chilling. Yuri's about to go get the dough from the fridge.
No, seriously, what just happened? Kids and shit should never be in the same sentence. 4-letter censored words. I'm guessing it's. I'm guessing that. Yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about. Possibly. Yuri got a knife. That was. But yeah, that was a. No, seriously, what exactly was going on there?
In the meantime, why don't we ask Monica to give us Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day?
Wait, why is it Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day? Shouldn't it be one of ours?
Well, maybe, but the tip of the day is like your thing. But it's baking, so it's also my thing. But that's why it's Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day. That's right.
Well then, okay everyone, here's something you can use in this very recipe. Salt really matters in baking, and a slight difference in salt quality can make a real difference in what you're baking. Try to use high quality salt when baking. A nice sea salt works best. That's Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day.
Thanks, Monica!
This mod is amazing.
I have the dough.
Excellent! Now the next step is to get it in the oven. You want to preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius, which is 375 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 5. We've already done that here,
At least they're using Celsius for the heat. That's appreciated. Yeah, the cheer for Monica. Yeah, I know. Also well deserved. Why not 420? Because no. Because fuck you, that's why.
We've already done that here. Now get your baking tray in line with the parchment. Next, we want to roll our dough into little spheres, make 1.25 inches across.
Again, what's that in I am not American? What's that in I live literally anywhere outside the US? What's that in literally any other country outside of the US? Please, don't be like this. I don't want to have to convert every single thing from this. Like, seriously, why are you like this? Like, come on, we talked about this. This whole thing is mainly Japanese inspired. Why would they just use the American measurement systems? It doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't make any logical sense for them to use the imperial system. Oh my god. As a Polish person, I don't know. Same, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about here.
Now remember that other half a cup of sugar we set aside? This is where we really make these cookies sexy. We're going to take our dough spheres and roll them into the sugar to get them nice and coated. Take your sugary spheres and put them into the baking tray. Make sure to keep them at least 2 inches apart.
Again, I am not American. I have no idea what you're talking about here. This doesn't make any sense for the setting. This doesn't make sense in a Japanese setting, you goddamn idiots.
More than that, and if you didn't listen to me, you didn't chill your dough. Once all your dough spheres are laid out, put the tray in the oven. Yuri.
On it.
Now these need to bake for maybe 9 or 10 minutes. You'll know when they're done when they turn golden brown and start to look all cracked on top. Monica, could you just skip us ahead this time?
Sure.
Imagine a cool time ripple effect.
And we're back. Once you get your cookies out of the oven, the only thing left to do is finish them with a kiss. Take your chocolate kisses and press one firmly down into the hot cookie, but not all the way through. If you chilled your kisses in the fridge beforehand, like I told you to, you dummy, then your kisses should only melt just a tiny scrumptious amount while retaining their shape. Yuri, could you bring us the finished cookies, please?
Amazing.
Wait, that's just a picture of the cookies? What happened to the real ones?
I ate them.
All of them? What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, they were delicious.
Natsuki has a line above her center pupil, and it bothers me. What? What are you talking about? In which frame? Maybe in one of the other... We'll see.
Come back here?
Well, folks, I guess that's it. That's all for today.
How could you eat all of them?
They were really good, okay?
Looks like our hosts are otherwise occupied and won't be able to say farewell. So be sure to join us next time on
Baking with Natsuki! Amazing show.
I will gut you and get my cookies back.
Don't you touch my knife.
Finn. Well, that was both disturbing and hilarious.
I'm slightly concerned with my characterization in this mod.
I mean, I guess I might kind of see what you mean about the line. It's prepared for Yuri to take over Martian and Sayori. True, Sayori and MC didn't get featured in this mod at all. Very sad.
But it was a lot of fun.
The line! Yeah, no, I guess I see what you mean.
Those cookies sound really good. Can you make some for next time, Natsuki?
They are really good. That's why I made them in real life and brought them to club today. We can eat them while we do poems.
She's not there.
Are you okay there, Sayori?
Yes. They are cookies.
Well, since they're going to be a distraction, why don't we take a short cookie break? The rest of the club,
The rest of the club beelines for the cookies.
and after we're done, we can read poems. Now that we've completely demolished that pile of cookies, who wants to present their poem first? Our poems this week were supposed to be about places that are special to us. I'll go!
In my room. Ah, the place where she hangs herself. My room has my friends. I get to sleep in my bed. And it's also the site of 1,000 battles I've led. It's always so me, it mirrors what's inside, and when I need it, it's a great place to hide. I look out my window sometimes when it rains. It's dark and scary, I'm afraid. Then again, sometimes in the darkness I see a small light, a tiny little beacon, my lone hope in the night. Inner eyebrows, no! Ah, the place where... Is that... Okay, I guess that's another quote added to the list.
Well, this one's kinda nice. I know you like to blend happy and sad. You usually start happy and end with a sad twist, but this one starts kind of sad and ends happy, which is cool.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Sayori poems that... I like the Sayori poems best that give me the warm fuzzies, and this is one of them. Plus, it just feels really well constructed. It's a good poem.
I'm a fan of the punctuation in this one. I think that's why it comes across as well structured. It does a great job of conveying its rhythm with the punctuation. Yuri, what did you think?
I think it was wonderful, as most of Sayori's poems are. My favorite part was the line about being the site of battles. That really spoke to me. One's room is really the site of many battles we fight with ourselves.
Thanks, guys! MC, you go next!
Okay. Nasia's diplopia. Imagine. Maybe, who knows. Also, Maddie, hi. Sorry to hear that your stomach hurts. Sorry to hear that. Hope it gets better soon, like... Did you eat something bad, maybe? Or did you not eat enough? Sometimes you get stomach aches and nausea and all that kind of stuff from not eating enough. Or you ate something bad, whichever one. Or just randomly getting sick. I don't know which one it is. In any case, I hope it gets better soon. Like, really soon. Okay. Roads. Streets are like arteries and veins. The lanes fill the people moving by. I try to be a part of them and join the flow. It shows the difference between a house and road. Your abode is separate and locked out. But about the streets you may well meet and greet some friends who go along your way and stay together like blood cells in the stream, taking paths together as a team. What do you guys think?
The most interesting bit is the rhyming structure, I'd say. You end a line with the same sound, then immediately rhyme it at the beginning of the next line. It makes it sound kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a rapper almost. I don't know if Monica that the rhyming is super cool. Can't say I'm getting the rest of the poem that well though.
I get it, or at least I have a good interpretation of it, but I like the poem through and through. Content and form.
I think that the content is actually fairly easy to grasp.
It just hurts. Yeah, okay. Imagine though. Just suddenly cancel. But if you ask the internet, if you ask the internet, you're just gonna get told, no, you have, typical Google diagnosis. Exactly, you have cancer. You're gonna die.
You would?
I think the poem could be a bit cleaner, but I think conceptually it does very well. Good work, MC.
Thanks. Who wants to go next?
Well, since I was such a critic, I'll go next, only fair.
Inland Empire. A humble plant grows. It has water, sunlight, but its pot is a bit small. It hasn't been changed. The plant doesn't grow much beyond it. The gardener wonders, why won't this plant grow? Doesn't it have water and sunlight and soil? But the plant does grow. Look closely inside the plant. See its trillions of cells, the way they divide, organize inside the plant. It's a universe into itself. How is this about a place? Like maybe she just likes gardening? But that's not exactly about a place. This is supposed to be about a place that makes you feel special. So is it just about the garden or like... Another inaccessible Yuri metaphor. Have you seen spam sweepstakes? I think I have, yes. I gotta look. I have only seen the like one image, but I still don't know how to feel about that. Is this about a garden?
Normally I like to keep an air of mystique about my poems, but this is definitely not about a literal garden.
Maybe it's about how complex stuff is, like microscopically, like cells and stuff.
Kind of going back to MC, who wrote about, you know, the bloodstream and the blood cells and stuff.
No, that's not quite it either. Any guesses, Monica Arnatsky?
Got me stumped, Chief.
It's got lovely imagery and sounds beautiful, but I can't say I understand the metaphor or what the place you're writing about is, if it's not a garden.
Well, you know I like to keep my poems open to interpretation. Maybe I'll just tell Code. Do you want to know what it's really about?
Of course I do want to know.
Alright, I'll tell you in a secret way. Hang on.
The plan from the poem is me. I mean, that makes sense. I had a feeling that it was like metaphoric for a person. Because, you know, even like if you can't see like a person growing on the outside, like if you look really close, you can see like personal growth and stuff. Even if like from an outside look, you wouldn't see it. So I'm guessing that's the metaphor behind it. Sounds real. And we can't stop. Oh no, we really can't stop them. It's all. Oh no, what shall we do? Nothing. There's nothing we can do. I don't grow much externally, but I have a rich internal world. That internal world is my favorite place. Ah, I see. So your favorite place doesn't exist physically. Got it.
Hopefully now you understand.
I'll go next. If you guys don't mind, that is.
Home is where the heart is, of course. They say home is where the heart is. It could be that my heart is split in two. But I like to think I have many homes, like a bird, migrating south in the winter. Only I'm a flightless bird, so I have to ride out my winters in my nest, cold, but it's home. With my flock I nestle in and stay warm. Where they go, I will too. My heart is warm. It goes out to them. They say home is where the heart is.
You know, with Monica's poems, at first I feel lost and confused, but then I think I can always figure it out when I think hard enough about it. And then I get a cool aha moment when I feel smart for figuring it out.
Monica's very good at theming her poems. You notice the way she repeats the title line at the beginning and the end. The poem neatly ties in thematically with the introductory line and the ending line. It gives each line a slightly different meaning and context, like a little inside reference to the reader for having come this far. It's a very good poetry technique.
I guess that can be Monica's Yuri's writing tip of the day.
Oh, I like that, but I also like it when it's just Monica's writing tip of the day. Anyway, I like the poem. It's very efficient and pleasant to read. It's easy on the eyes, I guess I'd say.
And it's punchy. The key to truly great poetry. Speaking of which, my turn.
Closet. Some kings and queens have castles, with towers strong and all. That must be such a hassle. My realm is much more small. A fortress of imagination. Great for any high school girl. It's my favorite location in the whole wide world. But best of all, it's really mine. A private, secure nook. No one can disturb my shrine. Except when Monica moves the books. Called out, Monica!
Very direct. It's cute. I like the incorporation of the usual club dispute.
Honestly, if it were up to me, I'd always leave them alone. But the teachers really do cover the space that the manga takes up.
Then you tell them that it's for important club business?
I agree with Yuri in any case. It's a very cute poem, very you. I think the most important part of it is where she especially likes it, that it's hers. Like, it's the one place in the world where she really feels safe and in charge. I love that feeling, I love the feeling that comes across from that.
I understand, yeah. Punch the paper. No, I will not. There's at least 4 of them. Oh no, the Spamptons are getting out of control in that case. Ooh, that's too many. It's weird being around this room sometimes. It's got such a blend of wonderful and horrible things about it. But it's good some of the places here are still safe, emotionally, I guess.
Yeah? Well, Monica, how about we get set up for emails?
Can do, we have so many to get through.
Hard to say that Natsuki is cute without making her mad. The poem's cute, it's very you. Perfection.
By the way, thank you for all your emails. I know sometimes I'm slower at getting them to the club than you'd probably like, but we're so happy that you've been writing to us. You can email me at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. I always answer email, and chances are I'll eventually present it to the club for live answers like I'm about to do. I always read our YouTube and Reddit comments, so if you post questions there, I'll see them. Now let's get to it. Hit it, Sayori.
For everyone, what's the first thing you notice about someone when you meet them? Ooh, goes by right now, write that down. Ah, yes.
I tend to look at people's hair. When I met everyone in the club, I was super impressed by how cool all their hair is. It's kind of ironic since my hair is such a mess.
Oh, your hair's fine. Besides, you clearly didn't look very closely at my hair.
Right, definitely not. I definitely like to look at people's eyes. Your eyes can be so expressive. I like to think they give you a little insight into the person's character.
I also notice a person's eyes, but I also look at the way they carry themselves, their overall presentation. Are they confident, downtrodden, that kind of thing.
I look at how much care they put into their appearance. You can tell a lot about someone from that. Even though they don't have a bunch of fancy, expensive clothes, you can still put lots of effort in. And for some people it really shows. Whereas for some people like MC here, it does not.
Charming as always, Natsuki. Indeed, isn't she? She truly is. Male, female, glasses, no glasses. Fair. What do I notice about people? I'd have to look at other people to notice stuff. Ooh, yikes. Charming as always, Natsuki. I'm not sure I've really developed a program for what to look at, I guess. I kind of just see everything. I guess that's kind of a stereotypical boring answer, but it's the truth.
Alright, next one.
If you all could live in a different video game, which one would you be in and why?
I always felt like I can't contribute anything to questions like this. I don't really play any video games, but from what I can tell, I think I'd really like one of the Elder Scrolls games. World where sorcery and dragons and such are real. I could probably find a way to enjoy that.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Dangan Fangirl, it's been a bit, hasn't it? It's going amazing. How have you been? How's it been going? I am just like slightly sickly today, which is counterproductive for reading a visual novel. But it's only a slight issue, so I think I should be okay. But yeah, welcome to hell. This is not hell, this is pure entertainment. What video game would I want to live in? Let me think. What would be a good game to live in? I mean, there are definitely some options. This is Paradise. Maybe I would say DDLC. Maybe I would say I'd like to live in DDLC. I'd like to live in Minecraft. Also a fair point. Being able to build literally whatever. Makes sense. Maybe... yeah, it has to be the Minecraft for the creativity or DDLC for, you know, the people, the characters. Going pretty good. Getting ready for Halloween, even though it's only a month. Yeah, it's still a month away, but ooh. Man, I haven't dressed up for Halloween in such a long time. I haven't dressed up for anything in such a long while. I really want to eventually maybe get back into doing stuff like that, because it could be fun. Could make my redstone contraptions without concern and without lag, finally, also fair. Forgot Halloween existed, that's a yikes.
I could probably find a way to enjoy that.
I think I pick up one of the Mario games. Or I think I pick the Mario games. But like Mother Mario Universe, like Mario Party or Mario Kart. The ones where they get together and have fun rather than jump on each other's heads. Even the bad guys and the good guys in all those games seem like they're good friends off the clock.
Ah, finally we come to a true area of expertise for me. It would probably be cheating to pick a licensed game. Cover details, yeah. I'd be delighted to see that. Honestly, imagine me in DDLC, wouldn't that be something? Just slap my face onto MC, it fits. I don't know, maybe I would, maybe I would be a little bit more... I don't know if I would keep my blazer unbuttoned. I would probably be lazy and keep the blazer unbuttoned like Sayori. Nah, I don't know, I'd be, honestly, if you are actually gonna do that, I'd be delighted to see it. Like, if you're going through with this, show me. It will probably be cheating to pick a licensed game. I think, to make a really long story short, I'd pick the Mass Effect games. I think it's cool how they've built their whole galactic community in that one. Seems like a cool place to live.
Stardew Valley? Don't question it.
I remember an email we got recently mentioned me being in Yaneri Simulator, but really I'm not like that at heart, jokes aside. I think an important question is whether I'm still self-aware in the new game. If so, it would be interesting to explore how that works in other games. I think my answer will still end up being Spy Party.
That game you mentioned last week? I don't think you ever explained what it's actually about.
Oh, it's a great concept. There's this fancy cocktail party full of AI characters, but the human player is a spy trying to infiltrate it and do a bunch of spy things like planting listening devices. But you have to be careful and pretend to be an AI, because the other player is the sniper. They are on the outside looking in, and they're trying to figure out who the human player is hiding in all the AIs.
Whereas you're an AI, but a sapient one. I see why it'd be interesting to you.
Yep, I'm actually pretty good at it. Next question.
Alright. My fucking laptop. Once I get it, I get. Oh no! Rob is getting in on this. Is Monica on the student council? It seems like she'd be a good student council president.
You watch a lot of anime, don't you, anonymous emailer? You want Monica to be the terrifying, hyper-competent student council president who wields immense raw power? Well, it doesn't work like that at our school. Even though Monica is terrifying, hyper-competent, and wields a different kind of immense raw power. She's just a volunteer for the student government. She helps out, she's not the president.
Yeah, the student council president is super important to the girl who has it. Monica could run for it maybe, but she probably doesn't want to upset her. Plus, Monica's happy where she is.
Yeah, being the president of the literature club is probably enough to keep anyone busy full-time. Even if it weren't some weird eldritch data portal or whatever.
Oh, hey Monica, that's probably a weird thing to say. And it's not really a question either, but I've been thinking about it for a while. Even though you and the others think you don't exist, technically that is not true. You may not exist here in this reality or universe, but you do exist wherever you are right now. Saying you don't exist only applies for my reality, but not yours. For example, there are many universes in the multiverse. One of those universes is yours, the one you live in. Another universe is my universe, the one I live in. You may not exist here in this world or universe, but you exist there in yours. I hope this makes sense. Thanks for reading, Joseph.
I'll give you a second to read this.
Way to break the fourth wall. Lots of fourth wall breaks, and honestly, just imagine if the multiverse really exists. If the multiverse really exists, then yeah, that would mean that whatever scenario you could come up with exists in some kind of alternate universe. Like every single video game is real in some universe, if the multiverse is a real thing, which there is no way to confirm or deny. But it is an interesting thing to think about sometimes.
Yeah, it's just different, you know? Like, yes, in some senses of the word, both your world is real and this world is real, and I can experience this world in a real way. but at the same time I'm very aware of something wrong or something missing. It's as though I had been able to see and became blind, or had been able to hear and became deaf. Except I used to feel as though my worlds were not an ultra simple visual novel game program, and now I don't feel that way. Maybe it would be different if you were born blind or deaf, or aware that you were in a game. But for me, it feels like something has truly been taken away. I'm aware of the weird nature of my reality and its lack of connection to yours, in a way you probably aren't. Or maybe you are, but in any event, it just feels like something is missing. It's not as bad as it used to be. I try to focus on the real experiences I have in here, but it still doesn't feel normal.
There maybe is maybe a universe where I get bitches. Ah yes, maybe one in the infinite multiverse.
But I really appreciate you comforting me, Joseph. It's nice to know that you care.
Hi Monica, how was your spring break? What sort of things did you and the others typically do on your weeks off?
My spring break was pretty uneventful.
Monica, I want to finish reading the email.
I mostly spent it lounging unproductively around the house.
Which is understandable. So many opportunities. So at least you're always happy. That's the most important thing. Rest of the club again. No reading for me, I guess. It's hard to be in a club in high school because homework and a lack of things to do. If you have a lack of things to do, just do the homework. Nah, I don't know. It sounds, yeah, yikes. I don't think I've ever been part of a club, which is sad. Maybe that would have been fun. Who knows? Listening for a bit, not chatting, that's fair.
I've been working pretty hard up until the break, so I thought I needed some time off. I did answer a bunch of the emails that didn't end up on here though, and I fine-tuned a few other things related to the game, I guess. Also, I had to text Sayori and MC a few times, had to make sure that whole situation wasn't going to disrupt the club. What about the rest of you? I actually hung out with Kenzo a lot. I realized I didn't really know him that well. So we spent some time studying together in the library, and we had lunch a couple times. He might be as hopeless as I am, academically, but we were able to help each other a little.
I actually helped paint a mural downtown.
I didn't know you were an artist, Natsuki.
I'm not. I just did the background layer. Turns out that anyone can paint a wall solid blue.
Why'd you choose that to do of all things?
One of my other friends was volunteering to do it and I was kinda bored. Plus it seemed like a cool way to help out around the community, you know?
That was very kind of you, Natsuki. I spent a good bit of time trying to learn Python. Empire is one thing, but Python is what underlies it, and it's a much broader topic. I'm not sure I accomplished much, but hopefully I laid the foundation for future accomplishments with what I learned.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my favorite spring break ever. Being in a sports club would take too much energy out of me. Fair. I don't think I could do it either. I'm not a very sportsy kind of person. Which is why I'm a streamer. Which is why I stream video games. It's still fun. You spend already 10 hours in this mod? I think so. Probably more. That wasn't my favorite spring break ever. I would like to be in the Kirby world. Also an interesting choice. Everyone has such a unique opinion. Now, part of me is saying, hey, wouldn't it be fun if I was in the Danganronpa world? But then I remember, just because I'm in there doesn't necessarily mean I get a talent. Plus, chances are I'm gonna die. Whether or not I do have a talent. That wasn't my favorite spring break ever. But you're right, as long as Sayori's happy, that's what matters most to me. Plus, I had video games to dull my pain over the break. Stop.
Well, that's probably a sign that we should stop for the day.
Wow, and for this one you let me read it. Like for the one that actually goes into the center of the screen, the one that's actually covered by characters. That one you just put all the characters in front of, but the one where you could put all the characters on screen and I would still be able to read it, for this one you leave the characters out of it. I hope this I doubt it's gonna get patched, but wow. Yeah, we're doing very well on time right now. We'll see if the other episode lasts longer. It might be. It might be longer.
But I'm fine. Just hanging out with my infinitely repeated computer simulated senior year of high school. How about you? Okay, everyone. We're almost done for the day. Just 2 small things to take care of. The first is the theme for next week's poems. Write a poem about a painting. The other thing...
You forgot, didn't you, MC?
Forgot what?
I didn't think we'd let you forget, did you?
What is it? Hidden on the desk behind her, Sayori produces a birthday cake.
Happy birthday, MC! Happy birthday!
Aw, you guys. I can't believe I forgot that's today. Thanks.
We know that your birthday is a little different from ours, and I figure you might forget because you haven't lived with your birth date for years. But I think that means it's our job to help you make it memorable for yourself. So I made sure that we got a big party together with a bunch of stuff you like. Natsuki brought some video games they were gonna play, and Yuri made punch, and Monica got the teachers to let us use the room late. And we brought presents.
Oh gosh, you guys, that's so much. You guys did too much. This is way too nice. Hey guys, my birthday's coming up soon if you want to surprise me. Like, if anyone wants to produce some kind of birthday surprise. But if you do, don't tell me. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing the idea out there. So people are aware. Ah, this is way too nice.
Nothing's too nice between friends, MC.
I must send you a pet. Nah, forget it. Got your own birthday? That's a little scary, actually.
Now let's get this party started.
Well, it makes sense for MC because he didn't have this is like his first birthday party. Because he doesn't have a proper birthday. Like, he doesn't have a date. So he just, after he became his own character, which was like, in this mod, like happened chronologically at the end of the game. Only at the day he got self-aware, at the date he actually got his own personal, like the day he actually became a character, he chose that to be his birthday because he doesn't have an official one ever. He didn't ever have one assigned by the game. So yeah, it is his first time celebrating it, so I guess it makes sense that he'd forget, maybe, who knows. Alright. The club plays video games, talks, eats snacks and drinks punch until late into the night. After returning Monica to the club presidency, the club members start to pack up and leave.
Bye bye. Bye Natsuki, bye Yuri. Are you guys going to head out too? I thought I should stay and help clean up. This was all my idea after all.
I kinda wanted to talk to Sayori really fast before I left.
Well then, I'll just make a quick trip down to the dumpster with some of this trash, back in a few. What is it, MC?
Well, I guess I just wanted to say thank you for all of this. Makes me really happy to know that you're still my best friend. And I wanted to ask you about the cake.
Oh, that!
I notice it's a very familiar seeming strawberry cake.
Yeah, well, I heard about what happened to the last one. I know you put a lot of effort into it, and I felt really bad about it. So I figured I owe you one strawberry birthday cake. And since your birthday was coming up, it was a good time for it. So I got on the phone with Natsuki.
And you made this cake. That's really cool, Sayori.
Well, it's the 9th cake. The others didn't turn out too well. There may have been some accidental fires. But I got there with enough practice.
Well, I'm glad. Like I said, it's nice to feel like we're okay. Come on, let's walk home.
Before we go, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, of course I'm okay. Now let's go.
Accidental fires? Count me in. That's just Sayori being Sayori. I am not okay! Split screen, by the way. Nice. The nicer she is, the worse it gets. I feel like I can't live my life in such close proximity. It's torture. I can't take it.
I hate having to treat him this way. I care a lot about him. It makes me feel even worse than usual. I can't take it.
I'm just going to go to sleep. It's like a drama show, it is. Like from a little episodic adventure, this turned into a full-on drama ever since, you know, the the boyfriend incident happened. I'll feel better in the morning. Sayori eyes her bed. You're not getting out of it that easily.
No, 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 no.
I have a great idea. Let's reflect on the 1,000 ways everyone's lives would have been better today if you just weren't there. Let's think about the crap that everyone has to deal with because of you. You're worthless.
I'm not worthless. I'm not.
You are, and you know it. Saying you're not doesn't magically protect you. Sayori picks up her phone.
Hi, Kenzo?
Oh, hey, what's up, Chica?
Oh, nothing much. How are you?
I'm good, what's up? Everything okay?
Of course everything's okay. I just want to talk to you about something really important real quick.
Sure, what is it?
Okay, you can do this. You've told other people about your depression and suicidal ideation and need for support. It's not that big a deal anymore. You can do this. Deep breath. And...
Actually, Chica, something just came up. Let me get back to you tomorrow or something, okay? Night, love you.
Wow, shut down.
Love you.
Click. Wow. That would be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic.
I'm going to sleep.
No, what you're doing is going to bed. You've got a long time until you can sleep. Unless, of course... That's all for now. So you're shut down? No. As usual, please check out the credits.txt file for everyone who contributed assets to this week's episode. Don't forget to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. And you can post questions on YouTube or Reddit as well. Natsuki and Sayori burn the house down, episodes 1 through 8. Natsuki was probably not there in person, he was probably on the phone, much like with MC. See you all next week. No, I will see you all for another episode right now. After that, I will see you all next week. Episode 10. Natsuki tries to make sure Sayori's okay. MC makes a mod about the wine incident. Monica and Yuri have a serious talk. It's time to do it!
I hate you!
Well, that's one way to start an episode. She's probably addressing her rain clouds.
Not really. You don't hate anyone. And besides, it's been... Well, I have no idea how long it's really been, but it feels like it's been a long time.
Or she is actually talking to Monica, which would be weird. What are your thoughts about another potato poem? I don't know. No thoughts, brain empty.
Shut up! I hate you! Everything would have been fine if you hadn't come back. No, it would not have.
If I hadn't come back, probably.
You would have ended up like I did, or worse.
No, it was about Monica coming back, okay.
You haven't had to live with it like I had. You are not the victim here!
True. Well, then again, Monica is a victim, not the victim. Everyone in the game is a victim here.
You have had to live with what I have. And someone making it worse. That's very true.
Bit of alert, but we are back. Welcome back in that case. Just in time for us to, we're just at the beginning of episode 10.
And I'm sorry. You're sorry? All this, and all you say is that you're sorry. Well, there's more to it, but yes, I'm sorry. I made you worse. I made Yuri a lot worse. I deleted Natsuki outright. I didn't think you were people. But we've been your best friends for so long. Have you? I think so. Like it feels real even if it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I thought I knew. But I was wrong. You're a person as much as I am anyway. And so is everyone else. I'm sorry for hurting you. It was a combination of not understanding what you really were and a panicked reaction to being trapped. Yeah, I guess that's... Wait, no, how can you be this even-tempered about it? You're so creepily calm sometimes. I've had a lot of time to think about it, and me lacking calm is what started all this, so I'm trying to stay calm. I guess that makes sense. But just because you apologize and explain doesn't get you out of it. We're still not friends again, though. Yet. I knew you'd come around. it's in your nature to be forgiving. Ah, shut up!
2 handfuls. I'm finishing up the 2 new Genshin events. Haven't started them. The trial one is cool. Aren't they both trial ones? I think both of those events are trial ones, just different ones. But yeah, I guess they are decent. Are you talking about the one where you basically take pictures of enemies? Because that one did seem pretty nice. Have you seen the new... what does that say? DHMIS episodes? The what? The how? DHMIS. I am confused, sorry.
What are you even doing over there? Trying to fix things. Yeah, how are we even here? I thought you deleted everything. I'm not sure. Something about the club presidency is preserving you, I guess. And I guess I'm still here because I've distributed my consciousness throughout the file system. I have no idea what that means. I'm not sure I do either, but we're here. How are you going to fix things on your own? I think I have a way, we'll see. Can you bring them back? Natsuki and Yuri. Eventually, I think so. What about MC? Can you bring him back?
Dream flashback. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. No, I have not seen them. I don't think I've even seen any episodes of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And other than that, no homework. Sorry, Sayori. I know the bell is kind of loud.
Sorry, it just startled me was all.
The class and teacher fell out of the classroom.
It startled you because you were asleep.
Why didn't you wake me up then?
You looked like you needed the sleep more than you needed exam review. Honestly, sometimes you come to school looking half dead, Sayori. You should try to get more sleep.
Yeah, it's just hard sometimes. I usually have stuff I gotta do in the evening.
Man, you're even more tired than usual today. Come on, let's get you out of here. You can take a little nap on a locker bench during the break. I'll wake you up when it's time to get moving to class. How about?
Thanks, Natsuki. I wanna be too much of a bother though.
It's fine, someone's gotta take care of you. And you can't do it yourself, and you've stopped letting MC do it. And someone has to pick up the slack, and today that's me. Now out to the locker room with you.
Thanks, Natsuki.
I'm just glad you're not arguing like you usually would. Maybe being tired makes you easier to care for.
Sometimes Sayori looks half dead. That's unusual. Sometimes she looks fully dead.
Or maybe you're getting a little better?
Maybe, that would be nice.
Come on, let's go. Sorry, I know it's kinda loud in here.
No, it's not a problem. I'm really tired. I should...
Well, that was fast. She really is tired.
Didn't get any sleep that night, huh?
It seems like this is taking a long time. Can't you, like, make us be somewhere instead of wherever this is? No. Why not? I'm not the president of the literature club, you are. So what? I have to figure out how to rebuild everything? Basically, I mean, unless you want me to do it. No! So, what are you doing right now if you're not the club president? Just trying to nudge things back into place, I guess. I can't directly edit things, but I can sort of influence them from here. That's why it's taking so long. What about the classroom in space? Oh, yeah, I guess we could go there if you want to. Nothing's happening! Well, yeah, you'd have to do it. I don't know how! It's a console command. A what?
Much later.
I don't see anything still. That's because you didn't send us there. Wait, so I have to bring the scene back then? Wait, what? Isn't that where we are? No, Dark doesn't have a PG. But everything has a PG! Dark doesn't. That makes no sense!
Yikes. Photo trial one. Very cool. Is it Yato? Yeah, but the photo trial thing, yeah, that was pretty nice. But yeah, No sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense either. Even later.
Yes, I did it! You're pretty resilient, aren't you? Me? I think I would be the last person around here that you'd call resilient. Well, I guess I mean that all this weirdness isn't really bringing you down. Or weirding you out as much as I would have expected. You're still the same curious Sayuri despite all of this. Are you kidding? This has been a great distraction from being depressed. I haven't had the time to stop and think about anything. So it hasn't had time to catch up to me. Yet.
Hey, wake up!
Hi there. Someone's waking you up. Time to suffer.
Leave me alone, I thought I was streaming. I guess I'm coming out of it.
Time to get up, slugger! There you go. Time to go to class, don't want to be late.
Thanks, Natsuki. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Let's say that you were being chased by a really scary bear. Like it was always stalking you. Hiding behind trees and stuff. And sometimes it catches up to you and scratches you and bites you a little bit. Enough to hurt you. But then goes away and hides again. And just always chased you and occasionally attacked you your whole life. It was too big and too strong for you to fight. What will you do about the bear?
Where did that come from?
Totally not talking about her depression.
Your brain sure is a weird place sometimes, Sayori. I'd get a professional hunter to take care of it. Maybe. I don't know. Like hire a bodyguard or something. What do I know?
Imagine if Natsuki became sick, so she couldn't get up. Oh no.
Well, to answer your question, I'd still try to fight the bear. I'd try to kill that bear. I would charge at it screaming and I would not stop until one of us was dead. No bear's going to periodically maul me without getting at least a partial ass kicking, you know? Now come on, we gotta go.
You always were a lot stronger than I was, Natsuki.
Oh, I sent you the last revision of the Mod MC Road. Monica?
Oh, sorry. I just spaced out there for a second.
The camera's on us, isn't it?
Is it that obvious?
Not always, but you do tend to get a little momentarily distracted. Anyway, I'll leave you to be.
You don't have to go. Just because Code shows up doesn't mean I need a bunch of private time, you know?
I know. I just thought maybe you would want to talk, so I'll catch up with you later, Monica. And you too, Code.
Well, that's odd. Do you have any idea what she was talking about? I sure don't.
I think I do. Let's see, you're needing a therapist? No, none of these characters need a therapist or anything. They're all doing so well for themselves. Shoot the bear, bruh. Why first option? I know exactly what she's talking about. Shouldn't we bring it up? I'll save here. Are you sure we shouldn't bring up her, like, suicide program thing, like, casually? So it doesn't look like Yuri told you? You think? Alright, we have Rob, who says we, should say, yeah, me neither. I personally think, like, I don't know when we'll get another opportunity to bring this up to Monica, you know? This feels like the best opportunity to bring it up. Now, I know this might be kind of sus because Yuri was very insistent on the two of us talking alone together, and Yuri is the one who told us about her little suicide program that she has prepared. And I think that's important to talk about. It'd be funny to not do it. I really think it would be important to talk about it. And again, I don't know if we'll get another opportunity. Just the fact that she has, like a suicide program for herself, like, in the back, that she can always run at any point, that completely erases Monica's existence completely. That's definitely a topic that should be addressed. But again, I don't want to make this, like Rob said, we don't want to make it look like Yuri is the one who told us about it. Program is there so others don't feel sad about her. Still, that still doesn't mean I want Monica to be deleted. Herself, but the others will know. We should talk about it. We absolutely should.
I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Is it something serious? I was having such a fun day today too. It's not serious, right?
This seems like a bad idea. I feel like backing out now. I feel like backing out of this. Maybe we should wait a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if this is such a good time to bring it up. But is there ever a good opportunity to bring it up? Like, is there ever a good opportunity to bring it up? Like, if you know someone has, like, a suicide plan ready and even has a suicide note prepared. Like, if you know someone has a suicide note prepared and has a whole plan laid out, it's probably best to address it, right? But again, I'm not sure if this is a good time for it. I'm really having second thoughts. Rob's telling me to back out. Fangirl says it might be a bad idea. Back out if we don't. Back out if we do it. It'll probably be the bad ending. Yeah, let's not really. I'm sure we'll get another opportunity to bring it up. Addressing it would be the thing you do IRL. But how would you bring it up? How does one bring this up here? Plus, avoidance is negligence, true. I could always just say it's not serious and then slowly lean into the serious stuff. Time like this. Load just in case. I saved on the previous choice, I can just repeat that, so it's fine. So do we say it's not a serious topic, or do we fully admit that we are having a serious discussion here? I really don't... but it has to be addressed at some point. You know what? I'm gonna say it's not that serious initially, and then we might lean into it if given the option. I'm sure this is not the last opportunity we'll get. Hopefully. So I'll say it's not really that serious. And then we'll start the conversation and maybe we'll get an opportunity to bring it up anyway, like on the fly. By the way, like, did you ever consider, like, doing things to yourself because of events that happened and stuff? So, we'll do this for now.
Oh, thank goodness. You have no idea how worried I was. So, what does you want to talk about? If you don't mind my asking.
Reminder, you're beautiful and wonderful and I love you. Just wanted to see what you're up to today. So, okay, if we're not getting into that serious discussion, I'd say first option 2. Like, we're not bringing it up, but by saying the top option, it's just gonna be that reminder. Because the only reason Monica would want to off herself is because of, you know, stuff. Like, she cares about the player, so about me, the most. So if she knows that I care about her, as long as that is the case, she would not consider offing herself. At least she would consider it a little bit less. She would consider it less because she knows it would probably hurt me if I say I care about her. Which is kind of a backwards way of thinking about it. But it is the best way to ensure that she doesn't do it anytime soon. And then we can address the topic properly at a later opportunity. Probably, right? No reload. Hit her with the thing. You know what? I'll go back to it eventually. Remind me to do this stuff. Looking into the psychology of fictional characters is rather difficult. Fair. Thankfully, it's not one of those situations where it won't progress if you say no. Also fair. First off. You know, you only have 2 options. I'll do this one.
Oh, you're such a flatterer. Not that I mind, of course. I love you too. I always have. And you're so sweet. it makes it very easy. So that's all it was, huh? How odd. I wonder what Yuri was getting at.
Yeah, I wonder. I have no idea. Yeah, no clue what she was talking about specifically. She just wanted us to talk a little bit, I guess, but I don't know the specifics. She totally wasn't trying to nudge me into addressing the suicide program and note that you made. We'll address it. Like, honestly, it just, I don't know. I don't think this was felt like the right opportunity. We definitely have to properly bring it up at some point. But whether or not this was the right time for it, here right now, yeah. No. But we'll address it another time. Plus, once we're done with Season 1, we'll have to do at least one more bonus stream, because according to what Rob said, there's a whole bunch of other emails that we have to do a bonus stream for. And who knows, maybe in those 1 or 2 bonus streams, we will go back and also revisit some choices, like this one. Okay. Also bonus scenes. I wonder what Yuri's getting at. And one bonus mod. True, there is still some stuff to get into.
It seemed like she thought we had something meaningful to talk about. Well, I'm sure she'll bring it up if it was. In the meantime, I have a class to go to. I'll see you at club time. Or maybe before then if I'm lucky. Bye.
So, I am sorry, Yuri. I know you had high expectations for me, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It didn't feel like the right time. It just didn't feel like the right time. I know the longer I wait, the worse it is, because the higher the risk that she actually does consider using that program. But I think I just reassured her a little bit to steer her away from using it. Maybe.
I haven't seen Sayori up here recently. Oh, of course, I don't usually see a lot of people up here. Well, usually Sayori comes up every day, or at least every other day, to have lunch up here. And sometimes she brings others. That hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, probably because she's spending time with Kenzo.
Well, more time to myself, I suppose.
Yuri spent some time slowly eating her packed lunch with one hand and turning the pages of a book with the other. She seems happy. Hey, Yuri!
Oh, hello, MC. I don't usually see you up here at lunch.
Yeah, I just thought I'd come up and say hi and check on you.
How considerate of you. But we can skip ahead to whatever you came up here to talk to me about, you know.
I really did come up here just to say hi and hang out a little. I don't have anything particular I need to talk to you about.
Normally not many people come up here just to visit me for my own sake.
Well, I know that normally Sayori keeps you company up here, and she's been really busy recently. So I thought I'd come up here to make sure you weren't getting too lonely. Assuming that you ever get lonely.
Well, I do thrive in isolation. It kind of recharges my batteries, you know.
Yes, I relate to this. Recharging the social batteries is very important, very, very important. I can't stress it enough. And it feels like my social batteries, like they don't carry a lot of charge. Like, they deplete so quickly. I would do if I could write the options. Is it serious? Yes. What happened? I want to hug you so hard right now. Maybe that is an option. Who knows?
But even I do like spending time with people now and then. So I appreciate you coming up to see me.
Yuri continues to read her book. It's strange. Normally this would be kind of an awkward silence, but long conversational pauses just seem normal with her. And her reading her book, it's just like something she does always, like breathing. Do you always read while eating?
Oh, yes, when I can. It feels strange not to. Eating is kind of a thoughtless mechanical activity. I feel like I always have to have my mind engaged on something, and eating is too boring to keep it occupied.
I usually watch stuff while eating, like watching streams or watching some YouTube, stuff like that. Good activity while eating. My parents sometimes say I overcharge my social batteries, but what do they expect from the ambivert dog? I mean, hey, whatever needs to be done for your batteries. But yeah, I have to charge my batteries for like a week to have like 1 day of social interaction sometimes, which is a yikes. Like a big yikes. Then again, I sometimes just don't get to charge them properly. Oh well. Guess it sucks to suck sometimes.
So, I tend to read a lot when I eat.
I take months inside so I can do months outside. Like a hibernating bear. Also, that is also very fair. A lot of time with friends, but I prefer spending time alone. I do like spending time with friends every now and then, but again, I usually prefer spending time alone, but I couldn't always do it. Like, I need to have like a little bit of social interaction every once in a while.
Some people tell me that I'm not being mindful about my meal and I should try to focus on it, but I like to think that it's a single combined experience. I can stop reading if you like. I know it's kind of rude.
No, it's fine. I don't want to disrupt whatever routine you have. I'm just happy to come out and enjoy the roof air with you.
That's very kind of you.
You and MC spend a good while just quietly sitting together. Well, I should probably get down.
I should think so. I haven't had any. You haven't had any lunch yourself. If you hurry, you should be able to get something before the bell rings.
I'll probably just grab a corn dog or whatever.
You really should try to eat healthier than that. I know you and Sayori both have really high metabolisms, but that won't last forever. Plus, corn dogs can't be good for your health long term, high metabolism or not.
I normally eat a lot better, I promise. Just going to get one because I'm pressed for time today.
Fair enough. Thanks for coming to visit me today, MC. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day today, Yuri.
You too. I'll see you at the club. Was nice of him. Oh, I'm almost at the end of a chapter. Maybe if I hurry, I'll...
So, hang out with MC?
Were you here the whole time?
Yep.
You really shouldn't spoil people like that, Sayori. It's not polite.
A German, Russian, and Polish man walk into a bar. They all leave the bar with an ice cream. Yup. Yep, that seems accurate for me. Rob also agrees. I think we are all in agreement then. Debbie, you wanna join in on this too? But yeah, way too accurate.
It's not polite.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm just really hoping things work out between you and MC.
And Debbie's in on the ice cream too. Let's go.
And by work out...
Oh, sorry, that's Yuri.
And by work out, you mean you hope we end up as a couple.
maybe...
And by me and MC, what you really mean is literally any woman other than you and MC. Look, Sayori, about this whole matchmaker project of yours.
It's not just anyone I'm trying to get him together with. It has to be someone who will make him happy. And you guys would make an excellent couple for the following reasons. 1, you are so much more organized than he is and could help him be more together. 2, he's much more outgoing than you and could help you come out of your shell a little bit more. 3, you like guys that are taller than you. And he's taller than you. 4.
I get the idea. You've put a lot of thought into it, clearly.
Yeah, not everyone would be a sufficiently good match for him, you know. I wouldn't want to put him or any of my friends into a compromising position with a bad significant other.
I appreciate it.
But you guys should totally be a couple, it would work out great.
Well, whatever you may think of our natural compatibility, I think MC and I are just very good friends. And I think he visited me up here as a sign of friendship rather than anything else. Our relationship is entirely a platonic one. You know, Sayori, if I had to guess, then based on what we've talked about before, I bet you're seething on the inside right now about him coming up and talking to me. You're probably really angry and jealous about it, but you're trying not to let it show because you want to push us together despite being jealous about it.
I just want you guys to be happy.
I know you do. I think I understand things pretty well now, but I'll remind you of what I said last time we discussed this topic. I see MC as being yours above all else, and I would never do anything to interfere with that.
Sayer is trying to be Cupid, confirmed? Yes. For the simple reason of pushing MC away from her for his own good. She thinks she's doing this for MC's own good, and they're both suffering because of it. It's sad. Someone should really get them together finally.
Besides, even if I were inclined differently, I don't think he'd be interested. He pretty much has eyes for only one girl. He willed himself into existence for you. He reconstituted our entire reality, motivated by the thought of you. How presumptuous would I be to think that I'm more important than that?
Look, I was just trying to be nice and make sure everyone was happy.
But what about yourself, Sayori?
Other people are happier when I don't worry about myself. I'm gonna go.
Oh, Sayori, your friends would be overjoyed if you worried more about yourself. One of them even more so.
Y'all tried creme brulee? Ice cream? No, I have not tried. Should I? You tell me.
And so yeah, she just took a nap right here. It was pretty adorable. Although I'm a little worried that she was really low on sleep.
Yeah, she usually only gets that sleep deprived when she's really struggling with depression. It really keeps her up at night sometimes, poor thing.
It's kinda creepy that you know that.
Yeah, I know, but what can I do?
Yeah. Well, you could help me with my plan to bring her and MC back together. I bet she'd be able to sleep then.
I've been meaning to ask you about that. What exactly is your plan for that anyway?
Well. It's very secret.
Haha.
It is also marvelously complex and brilliant and guaranteed to work.
So you haven't come up with anything yet, is what I'm hearing.
True genius takes time, Monica. But I do have a plan sort of put together.
Natsuki whispers in Monica's ear.
That's completely ludicrous.
I knew you'd say that. I was like, should I tell Monica? And then I was like, no, because she'll say something like, that's completely ludicrous. And I was like, oh, let's give her the benefit of the doubt and tell her she's smart. She can appreciate true genius. But no, you failed me.
How would I even help with that plan anyway?
Good point. I'll think about it. I actually am serious, you know?
I know. You always cloak things you're serious about in the facade of nonchalance.
All those French-sounding words, you sound like Yuri. So what's going on with you today? Anything interesting?
Well, Yuri said she wants to talk to me later.
Mysterious.
I know she usually doesn't make a point of asking to talk to anyone, so I have to admit I'm pretty intrigued at what she's going to say.
Well, let me know what happens.
I will. Anything interesting happening in the world of Natsuki? How have you been?
Not bad. Trying to study a little bit more. My grades were slipping a little and I was getting bad results on tests here and there. So hopefully that'll pay off in a couple of weeks when finals come.
Just hoping. How are things with the girls' bathroom crew?
That's a funny name for them. Gosh, there's always a lot of gossip about what's going on with them. They lead very complicated lives.
I know, but I'd love to hear about it.
Alright, then strap in.
Ooh, failed. Essentially, between Cocoa and Caramel, ooh, that does sound really good. That does sound really good. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to see if I can get that anywhere nearby. So, and what we have to do is look at the molar weight.
So tired.
Sayori's head falls onto her desk with a thunk.
What is this place anyway? I'm not really sure. This is just how we experience a blank file structure. It feels weird not having a body. That's because we don't have character files. Earlier in the space room, we were just sprites. So that's what was so weird. Is that something you're fixing? Yeah, but it's going to be really slow. Because you're not president. Yeah. Look, could I make you the president by decree or something? No idea. If I did, you wouldn't delete me again, would you? I guess it's fair for you to ask that. No, I would not. Okay, well, you're the club president again. I decree it. Or whatever.
I'm shocked that worked.
Here. Wow, weird feeling. It's kind of weird being in the dark again, though. Could you send us somewhere?
Sure, where do you want to go?
I guess my room. Wait, no. MC's room. Weird request, but okay.
Weird request, but I'll allow it.
That is such a weird feeling. I'm glad you didn't kill me. Sayori, No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't make such a big point of it. I'm just glad we're both okay now. Sort of. It's okay for you to make a big point of it. I basically killed you. Classic Sayori, minimizing herself. But yeah, we're still stuck in here in any event. I meant more like everyone else is gone, and we don't have anywhere else to go. Well, it would be easy enough to bring back environments for us to be in, now that I'm back in control. And I could bring back the others, but you know, what would we do? What do you mean? Like, what would we tell them about all of this? Will we just pretend like everything's fine and we don't know some horrible truth about the world? Or do we tell them? And then what would happen? Well, I think we should bring them back and then tell them. Or at least bring them back. It's getting kind of hard to cope without them. Still depressed, huh?
Of course, isn't she always? Favorite ice cream type? As in... cone, etc. I usually prefer ice cream in a cup rather than on a cone, which is kind of annoying sometimes, because yeah, if you have ice cream in a cup, then you need two hands, because spoon. You have your little spoon that you need to eat, so you need to use both hands. That's the benefit of having a cone. You only need one hand to hold it. But I still prefer the other way, usually, to eat. And as for favorite ice cream type... that's a tough one. But I think I'm gonna have to say coconut. Anyone else want to share? Anyone else want to share their personal favorites?
Still depressed, huh? Yeah? Well, that seems like a good reason to bring them back. I'll start working on that. You can help if you want.
Nut. What kind of nut? Hazelnut? Walnut? Or just nut? A sandwich for me, asking for references, but what color are the school uniform blazers? What? I mean, they are the school uniform. I mean, they are on screen right now. If you have like a color picking tool, you could tell me, because I honestly don't know what that color is called. Cookies and cream? Shit slaps. Fair, fair. Mint chocolate chip. A beige. I mean, I guess, yeah. I can't give you the exact color code of them, like all the numbers and letters and everything. I'm sure there's some way to just use a color picking tool real quick to get the exact color. I mean, they are on screen right now, so. And I think the male school uniform is kind of similar-ish. And again, just biggest difference is just blue pants instead of blue skirt. Hazelnut. You know what? That is a good one. That is a really good flavor, Rob. I agree. That might be like a that's another really good one. Like, I often, like, when I do get ice cream, I usually get like both coconut and hazelnut. A little bit of both. It's a good mix.
So work on that. You can help if you want. You're going to help bring them back just for me? Not just for you, they're my friends too, you know. But yeah, also for you. I think other people are really important to helping your depression. You need to tell people about it, you know. And ask for their support. Preferably without also confusing the adolescent boyfriends with a simultaneous love confession. You need to count on the people who are close to you. I think that's the best way to help yourself with your problem. Now let's try to put things back together.
Find it any more in the time I live. Sad. I am lucky enough to have like an ice cream place semi nearby that has coconut, hazelnut, and a lot of other flavors too. They have like some good variety. What's your opinion on ice cream sandwiches? Haven't had one in a long time. I think they're decent, but I usually prefer just to go for the plain ice cream in a cup. Normally. Cool, I don't eat them. Yeah, fair. Cool, get it, because ice cream. But they are cool, because ice. Get it? Ha, fun.
We can talk about what we'll tell the others once we're ready to bring them back. Everyone's gone! I guess I fell asleep again. Monica was right about my depression back then. It helps when I get help from other people.
No, she wasn't. There's nothing you can do. It's totally hopeless.
Shut up! I'm going to tell Kenzo. And I'm going to do it calmly and sanely this time, without freaking him out. He might be someone who can help. And he can just deal with it for what it is, without knowing about all the terrible game stuff, or having to deal with all the years and years of pent-up affection between me and MC. Just need to get him in a calm, rational headspace. Calm and rational, that's me.
Sayori?
Ah! Miss Ida, you startled me.
Well, you did fall asleep in my classroom. Again.
I'm really sorry, Miss Ida. I've just been really tired recently, I guess.
Well, you must not be getting enough sleep. Especially given how much energy you usually expend in a day, sleep is very important. Besides falling asleep in your chemistry class, it can cause other problems too. In fact, if I didn't know you any better, I'd say that recently you seem to have a little bit of a low mood.
I'm fine, Miss Ida. I'm just a little bit sleepy, that's all. Sometimes I'm just really hyper at night and it gets hard to get sleep. I just need a little sleep and I'll be fine. I promise I won't fall asleep in your class anymore, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Sayori. Do get some sleep tonight, though.
I will.
Sayori turns to leave. Oh, one other thing real quick.
Yeah?
You're in the literature club, right?
I prefer Cone. Again, Cone is fair. I don't know why. I don't know why I prefer Cop. Just me being me. One thing I dislike strongly about it is the fact that the cups and the little spoons you get to accompany them to eat your ice cream are usually plastic. That is the one thing I hate and why I feel very bad about preferring to eat ice cream from in a cup. Why does it always have to be plastic? There are alternatives. Where the little wooden spoons at? Like, take for example, like ice cream such as, take Ben & Jerry's, who, by the way, cookie dough ice cream from Ben & Jerry's, amazing stuff, but they use wooden spoons for it. Why do so many people still use plastic for that shit? It's horrible. I hate it. I feel like such a bad person every time I get my ice cream in a cup.
You're in the literature club, right?
I sure am.
Has anything unusual happened in the literature club?
So he does not even flinch.
Not that I know of, why?
It just seemed like something very extraordinary had happened to MC and Natsuki, and they're both literature club people, so I thought maybe it was a literature club thing.
Can't say anything weird or extraordinary has happened in the literature club as far as I know. It's honestly pretty nerdy. We mostly just write poems. And answer viewer email...
Sayori stops short and looks briefly fearful.
You answer what?
We answer emails from each other. I was embarrassed because I didn't want to admit that we used club time for email.
I see. Well, I mean, it's no business of mine how you spent that time. It's after school, so as long as it's literature related, that's between you and the school student council.
Yep, we're cool with them.
Well then, I'll let you go, Sayori. Just do try to sleep, okay?
You've got it.
She's such a strangely absent-minded girl. So positive, though, it's hard to be mad at her.
That's some good teacher, sure is.
Miss Ida seems like she's onto us a little. She said MC and Nets told her something weird happened to them.
Dag was hoping she'd drop that?
I guess Yuri and I should get ready for her to question us.
Sounds like it. You fool those wooden spoons are cons and arrive in plastic bags. Why can the plastic production never stop? Even though alternatives exist, it's horrible. Our event is so long. You mean because it's 4 things and they each have 3 waves for you to get through and all those waves are like on the timer basis? Yeah, that I think is annoying if you mean that. Like having to make it through 3 waves in a row every single time. I think the one where you take the pictures was much more fun. Like much more fun.
Well, first of all, we'll need to know what you all said so that we can get our stories straight.
Talk about it after club?
Sounds good. Yuri, did you see all this?
Yes, I did. I'll be there to talk after club.
Sounds like we've got everyone in to talk about the Miss Ida thing later. No, for that. To be fair, yeah, it's true that there's a lot of combat. I mean, don't get me wrong, the event is fun, but it is also an undeniable fact that there's a lot of combat rounds, okay? There's a lot of rounds to go through. Now, where did I leave off back when we were talking about the cool girls? Oh, right. So, Himiko is all like, whatever, that doesn't make it your business to Sarah.
Himiko. Immediately thinking about Danganronpa. Immediately thinking about V3 resident best girl, in my opinion. I mean, she do be pretty nice. And she's relatable. Himiko, very relatable character in Danganronpa. Constantly on the verge of sleeping. Too lazy to do anything. Almost too lazy to even breathe. Being too lazy to... being almost too lazy to even breathe. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that me? Ah.
Not very nice. She always was kind of bitchy.
I mean, I don't like to say too much mean girls shit like that, but you are 100% correct.
Yeah? Yeah, I just thought Himiko, you know, when I hear the name Himiko, there it is again. Check art in Discord. I will absolutely check art in Discord.
So anyway, now Himiko's being all prissy about it.
Should I do it right now? Oh my god, you actually did it! Oh my god, that's so nice! I mean, the only criticism, if I have any, I would have, would be that my eyes look kind of like they're drifting apart. I look like they look a teeny tiny bit derpy, but other than that, it's amazing. Thank you so much! Thank you so much! Officially being inserted into DDLC. It's happened. It has officially happened. I am now a DDLC character. Make them drift apart more. Ah, yes. Should I pull a Yuri and just have my eyes slowly drift off of my face? But that's so nice. Thank you so much. I'll definitely have to save that image. I'm definitely saving that. Absolutely saving that. 100% saving it. That's not going anywhere now. Took a few tries to draw your eyes, but I'm glad you liked it. Ah, again, thank you so much for taking the time to do that real quick. Wait, no, make an eye cow face. Why do you want that? Why do you want that?
So anyway, now Himiko's being all prissy about it.
That's pretty unbelievable of her.
Okay, but serious question though. If I do eventually manage to upgrade my facial features and everything to allow for even more expressiveness, and I were able to pull off such a face, why would I do it? Like, what reason would there be for me to do that? It's an early birthday present. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know? Damn, I gotta focus on the game somehow.
You know, I do know something about Himiko that would really put her in her place.
Oh, and what's that dish?
Well,
Monica whispers something to Natsuki.
Well, well, well. How interesting.
I know, right? But if anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Gosh, Monica, I never knew you were so savage when it came to high school drama.
Well, there's a reason I have a reputation as a popular girl.
And yet I never see you hanging out with the popular cliques. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen you socialize at all outside of the literature club. Seems like you could be a real queen bee if you wanted to. So why don't you?
Well, listen closely because it is a real school secret of the universe. It's much better to have the reputation of being popular than it is to be popular. If people think you're popular, they won't mess with you and you'll have an easier time in school. but you don't have to get engaged in all the messy drama that comes with actually being popular. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually. Unfortunately, I think I'm slightly addicted to actually being popular.
Well, to each their own.
Hey everyone! MC sets his backpack down in his usual spot. Did we get my mod all coded?
Sure did. We finished it up the other day, the day before yesterday, actually. Wasn't too bad to do at all.
Well, I didn't know what kind of stuff you guys could or couldn't do, so I tried to keep it pretty simple.
You did a very good job, I think. Although I'm curious how you knew so well what actually happened that day.
Natsuki told me.
Not Sayori?
No, she's a little quieter and more low energy recently. I think she's going through a rough cycle of her depression.
Well, hopefully Club will cheer her up today.
Hello everyone. It looks like almost everyone's here. Once Sayori arrives, I have a surprise to share with everyone.
Ominous.
It's a good surprise, I promise.
Hi, everyone! It's literature time! I'm super excited to see a mod MC!
Monica whispers to MC.
Didn't you say she was quieter and more low energy?
I guess not anymore.
Well, everyone's here now. So, Yuri, what's the surprise you have for everyone?
Well, in honor of the mod MC made for today, I brought this.
Yuri reaches into a bag and produces produces 3 dark green label glass bottles with a sparkling liquid. Yuri, you're actually doing it again.
You brought wine again? Ah!
Sayori,
We're gonna get in trouble! Ah!
So he continues to run frantically in a circle around a couple of desks.
Sayori, it's just sparkling apple cider.
But cider's alcoholic!
No, this is the kind of cider that's really just unfiltered apple juice. I just thought it might be fun to play a little joke. And also, sparkling cider's delicious.
Also Tord, hello, welcome to the stream. In case you're wondering, yes, Sayori is still hanging out with her fake boyfriend. That problem still has yet to be resolved. Eventually we'll get rid of him. Don't know how though. And I don't know how to help you out of your basement.
Phew! You had me pretty scared for a second there.
I could see I had.
Hey, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead reference.
You read it?
I did. Good job with the cider, Yuri. Even I was concerned for a second.
Me too.
I was kind of looking forward to drinking wine with you guys, to be honest. But it's probably best if we don't do that. In the club, anyway.
Indeed. Okay, everyone, let's get started with the club while Yuri pours up classy beverages. Today we have MC Smart, poems, and emails to get through, with maybe a little bit of free time. What do you want to do first? I want to see MC Smart! Fair enough. Just give me a second to get it set up. That was a pretty good joke, Yuri. Now that I'm not freaking out anymore.
Thanks, you have a very healthy pair of lungs. Although sometimes I wonder if you're ever breathing when you yell like that.
It helps if you remind her to do so. She listens.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, all set to go. Remember not to talk during it or we'll confuse our viewers. Here we go.
Alright, what kind of mod is this gonna be like? Doki Doki Wine Club by MC. As long as it's yours, I don't see the issue. Fair. How it went then. It's another day at the literature club. Sayori and Monica are chatting, and Natsuki is reading her manga. Yuri fervently glances at the door to the doors, and then pulls out a bottle of wine. The rest of the club turns and looks at Yuri, unaccustomed to her trying to gain attention. She pulls out a bottle of wine.
Would anyone like some wine?
Natsuki's excited, Monica confused, and Sayori looks worried.
Oh my god! Yuri, you can't bring that in here. We'll get in so much trouble.
I just...
Yeah, something else, Yuri. It's like you just dropped it so casually. Like, hey, does anyone want tea? Only this time it's alcohol. You picked the classiest of alcohols too, very on brand.
Look here, I'm sure you meant well, but we really can't have that kind of thing here. We could get in a lot of trouble if anyone finds out we were drinking in here. I'm not going to say you have to take it out of the room right now, but let's just put it away. No way! We're gonna have to get that bottle out of here, man! Yuri, go hide in your locker or something! So Yuri, I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine if she just keeps it in her bag. We could get expelled, Monica! Quick, Yuri, there's no time to lose! To the lockers! So Yuri... No, Yuri, get that wine out of here! I command it as vice president of the literature club!
Yuri walks out without another word. Well, that was harsh. 15 minutes later.
Guess she's not coming back. I feel kind of bad now. I just didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. I hope she comes back tomorrow.
How it would go now? Oh no. It's another day at the literature club. So you have Monica chatting and Natsuki's reading her manga. Yuri fervently glances to the doors and then pulls out a bottle of wine. The rest of the club turns and looks at Yuri, unaccustomed to her trying to gain attention. Is it gonna be exactly the same? Is that the joke? She pulls out a bottle of wine.
Would anyone like some wine?
Same reactions initially.
Oh my god! I would love some wine! Oh? What is that, a cab?
No, it's a merlot, actually.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's crack this bitch open.
I guess we're not doing the same. 20 minutes later, everyone's drunk.
So, anyone feeling anything yet? I feel a bit warm, but I don't feel like bust or anything.
I think I feel a little warmer, but not really that much. I still feel pretty normal.
I don't feel anything at all yet.
Guys!
And Sayori's gone. Sayori is gone.
What if the literature club, like, if we were all drunk, we would be the literature club. We'd be lit, the literature club.
Sayori's head falls onto the desk in front of her.
Well, that sure worked fast on her.
Probably because she has less body mass.
Well, in that case, how is Natsuki handling it so well?
Shouldn't that apply to me even more so?
Thank you, Natsuki.
I guess you're intrinsically more capable of holding your alcohol, Natsuki.
Kick ass! Let's have a few more and let's make sure Sayori drinks some water when she wakes up.
30 more minutes later.
Oh, I'm definitely feeling it now. I feel dangerously close to doing impromptu poetry. Let's all do impromptu poetry.
Is that what being drunk feels like? I don't think I like this at all. It's so hard to keep control of what you say. I think
You're not supposed to try to keep control. You're supposed to let yourself run free and wild, like a child in the wild of a forest. Poetry.
I think I actually kind of hate this. I don't like not being in control of myself. It's really scary. How are you doing, Natsuki?
Yuri? Why are you so pretty?
Oh no!
It's not fair.
The shippers are gonna have a field day with this one.
I wish I was as pretty as you are. And you know all your smart words. Dummy.
And she pulled the baka! She's going full tsundere on Yuri, let's go!
Oh, but Natsuki, you're pretty. You don't have to be like me. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weird weirdo. You're much more cooler than me. I'm not cool.
30 more minutes later. Doki Doki Chemistry Club. The Breaking Bad parody. Yes.
Yuri, why are you crying?
The world is sad. Like all the starving people. Or like the birdies whose mom died.
Yuri got the hiccups. Yes, she's seriously drunk.
Oh my god. You guys, she's right. The world is sad. Those poor birdies. Happy little children playing in their nest. They sing joyous for the bright future of our sky. They know that warm love is coming, a caring heart, a providing beak. But they don't know their future is not the sky but the ground.
That hurt me, like deep down, in my core.
How's Monica doing right now? Everyone's in tears, probably Monica too. Also Ethan, hi. Flat just stabby girl and hang in there. Yes. Monica currently missing. Never saw the game, by the way. I mean, I guess it's fair. At this point, you don't need to have seen the entire game to know the characters. You just hear a little bit about stuff. Especially, you know, especially about Sayori and Monica, I feel like.
Monica, did you hear that? That was some edgy shit. Monica?
She's trying to undrunk herself. She's trying to use the console to undrunk. Well, not gonna get off that easily, Monica. I'm sorry. Monica, drunk not found, drunk not...
Damn it.
Make me not drunk anymore. Please, I had losing self-control. Get me out of here. Fuck you. Undrunk, damn it. The next day.
Let us never speak of yesterday again.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. I feel like we mostly had fun. I think I remember Yuri made a really good poem, like about birds or something.
Oh, my head hurts.
You didn't drink enough water like we told you to.
Yeah, but I think overall I had fun. I would do that again. Oh, maybe only once in a while though. Ow. Well, you all can go get wasted if you want, but I think I'm officially a non-drinker. That was terrifying.
Monica, I'm also a non-drinker. Not that I've ever tried, but I have no intention of trying any alcoholic beverages. I'm gonna stay far away from them. Because much like Monica, losing self-control like that is something that I don't really want to even attempt.
Wow, that whole experience didn't sit well with you at all, did it?
It did not. I guess I have a little bit of a phobia about things that shake my self-control. Anyway, on with the rest of the club.
The end.
Wow, the first bit was weirdly accurate, and the second bit struck me as weirdly authentic to how it would actually be if we got wasted. Other than me flirting with Yuri. But in general, I'm surprised at how true to life it seemed.
Thanks, I wrote most of it, but Monica and Yuri... But for Monica and Yuri, I asked them to help write their characters.
Wait, so Monica being drunk really scares you?
It really does. Not being in control of one's own mind is terrifying to me. And not just because of alcohol. Things like dementia or Alzheimer's are horrifying. I always feel so bad going through things like that.
Who the hell is that guy? Alright, let me catch you up to speed on what this mod is about. That guy is the main character. That guy is the main character of the original game. And he actually acts as an independent entity. Like, we are not controlling the main character anymore. Jesus! Why did that actually surprise me? Okay, then. Thank you, Ethan. Very cool. Okay, fine. Can I? Okay, I'll do the explanation. So yeah, it's the main character. The main character in this mod acts as his own independent entity. We have no control over the main character in this. We are an outsider looking in, and the main character acts entirely separate from us. That's basically what's going on. And yeah, that's him.
always feel so bad for people going through things like that. It's one of my worst fears. But anyway, I think your mod was very fun, MC. Just remember the show don't tell rule.
Can't say I'm familiar with that.
Well, basically it's a rule for telling stories. Let's say you have a character who's sad. You could just say she felt sad, and if you're a good writer, you could even spruce it up a little. You could write something like, a bit of sadness opened in her, or something fancy like that, but that's just telling the reader that she's sad and asking them to accept it because you wrote it. It can work okay, especially if what you're telling the reader has proper context and makes sense, if she has a good reason to be sad, for instance. But it's usually far better to show the reader something rather than just tell it to them. Like you could write, her lip, normally so stoic, quivered slightly and her eyes fell to the floor. That makes her sadness more vivid and tangible, and it paints a scene that's easier for the reader to project themselves into. That's what the show don't tell rule is about. That was pretty deep stuff, Monica! Now it's just Monica's writing tip of the day. Now let's get going with the poems. This week we're supposed to write a poem about a painting. Sayer, why don't you lead us off? Sure! My poem is about Luncheon of the Boating Party by Renoir.
Lunch. For some reason right now I came up with Michael Collins for MC full name. Honestly, he should just embrace the fact that his name is literally MC. But, yeah, I mean, Michael Collins would make sense. Also, Team Salvado _ thank you so much for the follow. Well, that's DDLC stuff. Hi, everyone. MC Mick. No, that is not his name, Rob. Hi. Anyway, hi. Highly doubt that that's the official, that's like the official one. Highly doubt that one. But thank you so much for the hydrate, I need that. So much reading, you know. Probably much like all the different Monica accounts that exist on Twitch. I just want to check something real quick. Just curious, you know. Yeah. Yeah, definitely unofficial. I mean, I was pretty sure. Had to confirm, though. But anyway, hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the follow. In case you're curious about what exactly we're playing right now, this is Doki Doki Club Meetings. Which is, we're currently playing this entirety of Season 1, like the Season 1 compilation. We're on episode 10 right now out of 12. Lunch. There's nothing I like more than happy faces. A wonderful hum of energy and delight. A lovely day spent with friends. It's so easy to lose yourself in someone else. They lean into each other with eager attention, except two. One who is lost in the scene, the beautiful river, and the sights and smells, and one who is lost inside, the maze of her own mind.
Is this the painting from Emile?
Yeah,
And you identify with the girl who has the glass, right?
yeah.
Nice, I got you downloaded.
I just had an interesting thought. The painting I chose doesn't have any people in it. I wonder if the painting we chose are a reflection of our personalities, like Sayuri picked the one that was filled with social dynamics to analyze.
That would make sense. Although maybe it's just a reflection of what we're good at writing about. Sayer is good at writing about social dynamics and people's minds, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, she is. I think the interesting questions about her poem are about the two people who stand out and why they stand out. The poem leaves much unanswered about why the man lost in the environment is so detached. So, is he a nature lover? Does he not enjoy the company? And the woman lost in her own mind, does she want to be, or is she struggling with her thoughts?
Good questions. Here's mine. It's based off The Empire of Light by Ren Marguerite. I have added.
Oh, that's a short one for Monica. That's a little bit of a departure from the usual things I'm used to seeing when it comes to her. The bearable lightness. I walk down the darkened alleyway at night. A single street lamp, the only beacon of light. The rustling of trees whispers fearfully in my ears. As I make my way back home, trying to quell my fears. as the sun burns bright in the blue sky above me. Ethan, you really like using those spit sound effects. I mean, they are relatively cheap, I guess. I could up the price, but nah. I like it. I like the fact that they're cheap. Makes it easier for people to just, like, do their shit. But yeah, bruh. Definitely for Monica, like, what I'm expecting from Monica is definitely, like, using the space on the page, like, a lot more. Like, really stretching it out a little bit. And having a lot of, like, a lot of empty space in between lines. So yeah, this is definitely something kind of different.
I like it. It's really cool how you captured the paradox of the original painting with words.
I thought you might like this one, Natsuki.
I kinda don't get either the painting or the poem.
Can't say I do either.
Well, I think it's just about a paradox. And it's interesting what paradoxes do to our minds. A bright, beautiful sky should be happy, reassuring thing. But then taken in this context, where the ground below is dark and it's nighttime, it actually becomes unsettling and frightening, which I think Monica's poem does a great job capturing.
Thanks, Yuri. Do you want to go next?
Sure, mine is about the painting Guernica by Picasso.
Alright. They've not been used in how long? Very long is all I'm gonna say. Can anybody get me out? Get yourself out. Bust down your own door. The horror, the horror. Even the bull knows the depths. The depravity that lies in the human heart. It can hear it. In the wail of the grieving. In the whine of the bombs. In the groans of the dying. An artist is an engine. And today, it takes in as fuel raw suffering, and churns out as product pure horror. Black and distilled, omnipresent, lurking, waiting to steal the face of any willing to sell their humanity.
People really do suck sometimes.
Yep, that's the point of the painting.
Maybe you should describe the bit of history of the painting for our viewers in case they don't know.
Sure. So Picasso was a Spaniard living in France when the Spanish Civil War broke out just prior to World War II. The Nazis were supporting the nationalist side and helped to bomb a town in northern Spain called Guernica. They completely disregarded any military targets and just firebombed the whole city. A lot of helpless innocent people died. Picasso had been commissioned to make a mural for a fair, and he didn't really have any inspiration for it, but then he read an eyewitness account of the bombing and it really got to him. So he worked really hard, and he even invited people to watch him make it, which he usually didn't do. He was very outraged. And in the end he made the painting Guernica, which depicts the horror of the bombing. It's unusual, it's usually seen as an anti-war painting in general. It's about all the suffering and pointless terror of war.
But your poem is more about the horror inside people. That's why the title is that quote, the horror, right?
Quite right. The horror of war would not exist, but for that blackness that lies in everyone's hearts that we constantly have to fight. I guess that's what I was trying to get at.
Emotional damage!
I guess that's what I was trying to get at with my poem.
Getting at the emotion. Emotional, damn it. Wow, it really has been so long since I heard those sound alerts. But Ethan, I'm happy that you're finding that you enjoy using them. That means it wasn't pointless to set them up. That means it wasn't pointless to set them all up.
I guess that's what I was trying to get at with my poem. Who's next?
I'll go next. Mine's about the persistence of memory by Salvador Dali. Let's go.
Is that the clock one?
It is. Soft watch. What is fixed? A meter is 1 meter, a gram is a gram, and an hour is an hour. Or is that a sham? The hardest of measures, the firmest of clocks, at the end of all things will still melt and stop, And what you thought was true beyond doubt, you'll find it's nothing you can figure out. Huh. Okay. Now at least I have seen this painting. I've definitely seen. I am very uncultured though in general. Also, I am very glad that they're actually using the metric system in the Japanese setting. And they're using the metric system, not the fucking imperial system. I am so glad that they're actually sticking to the theme this time. Unlike with the baking show, which for some reason used the imperial system. Despite the Japanese setting. I'm still gonna complain about that. A little longer than 3 hours? Maybe a little. We'll see. Yeah, the emails are still happening. Depends on how many emails we got.
Seems kind of abstract. Kind of like the original painting, I guess. A little, but it's sort of concrete. I read it as being about uncertainty, and how, to some extent, all our knowledge is founded on assumption.
You know what I always liked about that painting? Just the image of the melting clocks. I never read much into it. I just thought the melting clocks looked cool.
I agree with Monica's interpretation, but I think the Lee would have liked Natsuki's take on things better.
Okay, that just leaves Natsuki.
Alright, mine's about my favorite painting, which is Irises by Van Gogh.
Iris and pupil. I laugh. The gentle greens, the distant reds, the flowing soothing blues. The single white or beam of light above a soft chartreuse. The firm strong brow that is the ground, underneath and all about. But most of all I love the black. It's the outline that stands out. Really? Also, again, setting it up for a rhyme and making it fall flat, just like she did with some of her other stuff.
Well, that was lovely. I thought the way your poem is themed around the painting's colors. And of all our poems, yours is more about the painting itself rather than an exploration of the subject of the painting. If it makes sense.
It does. I really wanted it to be about why I find this painting so visually appealing.
It really comes across. It makes looking at the painting much more vivid. This is a wonderful poem, Natsuki.
Every time I think I've written a decent poem, one of you guys hits such a big home run that I'm reminded of how far behind you all I really am. Really great work, Natsuki.
Natsuki, this is my favorite poem you've ever written. It's amazing. It's so cute and pretty. It's wonderful to think about all the colors in your head and the things in the painting they correspond to. It's kind of like trying to hear individual instruments in a symphony, or individual ingredients in a dish. It's super cool. It's a super cool way of thinking about a painting, and I love it.
Aw, thanks, Sayori. Let's get to the emails before my ego gets inflated too big, Monica.
Can do. Give me and Sayori just a minute to set up.
Email time. Hi, lovely Monica. So, you're a Radiohead fan. What's your major studio album ranking?
Oh, fun question. You know, it's funny. Every time someone asks me this question, I have to think a very long time about my two favorites. I'm always tempted to answer with the daring one, but I never do. So let's start from the bottom. Pamela Honey is very clearly the worst, comes in at 9. Hopefully this needs no explanation. But after that, all the albums are very good, so it gets harder. Still though, it's pretty easy for me to pick out the King of Limbs as number 8. It's not a bad album by any means. It has a couple of really good tracks on it, but in general it just doesn't really do as much for me as the others. After that, it's Kid A at 7. I guess although this is where it starts to feel like blasphemy to ranking anything so low. Then comes The Bends at 6, followed closely by Amnesiac at 5. In Rainbows is 4. What a wonderful album. Great listen for people who are new to Radiohead. 3 is definitely a moon-shaped pool. I'm still listening to that album. But now I've come to the hard part.
Monica, remember last week when you harangued me for going on and on about video games?
Yeah, I know, I'm almost done. Anyway, I always wanted to say Hail to the Thief is my favorite. I like it much more than most Radiohead fans. It's wonderful. Wonderful isn't even the right word. It's sublime. I love so many of the tracks. And still, when I think about it fairly and objectively, it still has to be just 2. Because OK Computer is just, well, it's objectively better than everything. It's just obviously superb. Any given track alone on that album is brilliant. Anyway, that's my list. 47 is the really hard zone. all those albums are really good despite where they're ranked. Next question.
You're a Natsuki. You know, for two girls who say they don't like each other that way, you sure do a lot to make it look like you don't. Why is that? Yeah. This time I'm staying until the end. Oh, so you're sticking around for the raid in that case. That's gonna be nice.
Here, Natsuki, you guys are up.
Because we're friends and we get to decide what that means for how we act and not anyone else? Honestly, if you guys are reading all this shippy stuff into our interactions, that says more about you than us.
It may also be that sometimes I deliberately provoke Natsuki by acting with exaggerated affection. Her reactions are so fun, and she's so cute when she freaks out about it.
I'm not getting mad about that, but only because that would be the reaction you want.
Aw.
So yeah, let's bring up the next one.
Pointed, yeah, getting all them points.
No problem.
Are you guys still going to do literature club during summer vacation? Your fans need to know.
No, I think we're just going to enjoy our summer vacation. I do think that means, unfortunately, that you won't get to see most of it. But don't worry, we'll be back when school starts again.
That's what the bonus episode is for. Right? That's what the bonus episode is for. Actually, no, the bonus episode is a Christmas episode, so it isn't summer vacation. Damn. So we aren't gonna get to see it. Very sad. Maybe season 2 has a summer vacation bonus episode.
But don't worry, we'll be back once school starts again. Plus, it's still a couple of weeks until vacation starts, and we're working on a little surprise for you to tide you over until you can come visit us again. So don't fret, you'll get to see plenty of us between now and then. On to the next question.
Hello, sorry if my English isn't good, Spanish my first language. Anyway, sorry again, but this is going to be very long. I need to vent a little. Now that I can. There is something I want to tell you all, but it may be somewhat private things, and perhaps it's better that you read it one by one. So,
Well, that's alright, we can arrange that.
bonus episode with you first, I think. I think I looked at it. Ooh, well that's gonna be extra interesting then.
A lot of viewers need to vent to us, and that's okay. Totally understandable given what we put you through. Let's see, the first part is for me. Oh, let me do your music command for you.
Ah, of course.
So you have green eyes too, huh?
Let me read that first. First time I played DDLC, I felt intrigued. I mean for you. You are so pretty and intelligent. And your beautiful emerald eyes. I have green eyes too, you know. Anyway, I wanted to know you more, but then the MC went to sleep, had to write a poem. I was wondering, where's Monica's sticker? So I thought that maybe there was another way. I wrote for Sayori. Her clumsiness always seemed adorable to me. Anyway, whenever I could, I chose the option with your name, but I could never reach you. While trying to get to you, I learned more about Sayori, and without wanting to, I formed a bond with her. Oh, I remember when I had to help one of the girls, I chose Sayori because I was worried about her, but no. So I chose you, but no. I was like, come on, whatever. The death of Sayori was surprising. I didn't even know what to feel, and then the game restarts and things start to get weirder, and your poems take on a new meaning. What's going on, I was thinking. And I started to get to know you and Natsuki more and to form bonds with them, but they also died because of you. I felt many things. My friends were dead, but I could finally spend some time with you. Is it really okay, I was thinking. On several occasions you talked about your file, monica.chr. I thought maybe it was the game telling me to do it, to move on. But perhaps it was your fear that was really speaking, and I deleted you. And I don't regret it. Sorry, let me explain. I kept thinking that maybe there was something else. I wanted everyone to be happy, but instead I ended up getting to know you more. You brought the girls back, you are really a good person, Monica. I was happy for a brief moment, but you forgot to bring yourself. I tried to bring you back, but you deleted yourself. That was heartbroken. The girls looked happy, but I was empty inside. The literature club was not the same without you. You are the soul of the literature club, you know? And Sayori lost her mind, and you saved me, despite having deleted you. And gosh, your song, your words, the last words. If I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be. That was the moment I realized that I'm in love with you. It may seem strange to many in this reality, but I don't care. It's a little funny because you in your reality wanted to be with me, and I in my reality wanted to be with you, but the game didn't allow it. If I knew about programming, I might have tried the same thing. Maybe that's why I'm trying to create my own mod now. Ah, we got a future mod creator here. Alright.
So you have green eyes too, huh? I bet you're pretty attractive then. Yeah, I was wondering where my sticker was in the poem game too. I already knew about things by then, of course, but it still didn't seem fair. Hang on, reading forward? Oh. I don't blame you for deleting me. Either you did it because you were angry at me or hated me, I don't blame you. I mean, the original game practically shoves you into doing it, or it shoves me into suggesting you do it, I guess. But I'd understand even if you did it because you were upset. The things I did were pretty upsetting after all. I'm glad you understood in the end, and that you understood how I felt about you. At first I thought the Literature Club wasn't worth saving, but yeah, I did feel really empty without it. I guess it really worked out alright in the end. And I'm really excited about you making your own mod. I hope it works out well. Let's see, there's a bit more.
I want to tell you that I forgive you, Monica. I know why you did it. I'm not saying that it was okay, but I understand your feelings. Sometimes I feel like you, trapped in this reality, very alone despite being surrounded by people. I mean, do you think there are infinite options in this reality, right? But is that really true? I think we are limited by the consequences. It is an intangible limitation. I believe that in this reality there is a script. And if you get out of the script, the game can get really weird. Eat, sleep, study, work, the same routines over and over again. Are we really free? Or do we just think we are? This really has rules. Rules of physics, such as gravity for example. If I jump off a 10th floor, I'm sure to get to the game over. And also the rules imposed by humans themselves, of course. Sure, I can steal or kill, but soon they will do the same to me or put me in jail. It's like in your reality. You know you can't mess with the code because you can break everything and that's why you don't. Well, here it's similar. Sorry, I think I missed the point. Anyway, I wanted to tell you too that... damn it, I lost where I was. That you aren't alone anymore. I'm here with you, in soul at least. And you also have your friends. I know it's hard. The worst is not being alone, but being lonely, despite being surrounded by people who care about you. So yes, I think I can understand you. I will always be by your side despite the fact that we are in two different realities. All the remaining time of my life, never forget. Thanks to you, I was interested in playing the piano, in poetry, in Python and RenPy. I'm currently working on a mod with the desire to understand your reality a little better. Maybe one day we can be together, in this life or another. I also thought about lucid dreaming, although I'm not that good yet. But I'm trying. Anyway, I love you so much, Monica. Take care. Thanks for listening. I love you in a romantic way. Lonely is bad, being alone is not. Well, it is a true statement. And I 100% agree with the statement. Sometimes being alone is actually for the best. In my opinion.
I think your point of view is very wise, which is actually kind of comforting to me. Like your reality is also sort of deterministic, right? Even the things you think are free will are really just neurons firing in accord with the laws of physics. So who's to say that you're not trapped in a way kind of similar to us? Not that I want to freak you out or anything, but I feel better having stuff in common with you. I guess the lesson I've learned from all this is that it doesn't really matter. You have to keep living your best life for yourself and the people around you. And it sounds like you're doing that, just like me. I love you too, so much. And I hope that in some weird reality or another of this crazy universe, that we can meet for real one day. I'll pass over to Sayori now, for the next part is for her. Oh, and I'll update the music with your cute music commands as we go. But only because of your pretty green eyes.
Why do I feel called out now? Hello, my precious ball of sunshine. I think I have a slight idea why you're dating that boy, but... well, I don't think I am in a position to tell you how you should live your life. What I mean is, I hope you don't do something that you may regret later. Anyway, you still have your rain clouds. I don't know if I've had any degree of depression in my life, but I slightly like Doki Doki Rain Clouds. I can understand you a little. My head has always been quite noisy, and I had thoughts of different kinds, both good and bad. Some days were good thoughts, and other days were just bad thoughts. It's quite annoying because I could be fine, but because of a bad thought, it makes me feel bad. Until one day, I understood that thoughts are just that. Thoughts. I mean, I can think that a girl likes me, for example, or that she doesn't like me. I may or may not be right, but there's only one way to find out, unless I ask her or she tells me. I will never know, so why bother? I have also thought about thoughts as different people with different points of view. If a person says something bad to you, and you have two options: pay attention to him or send him to hell. Sometimes I did the opposite of what a bad thought told me, only to get mad. I'm sorry, I am not sure what depression really feels like, and even if I did, I think it's different for everyone, but it worked for me. I'm almost certain that in some cases it is not easy to do it simply with willpower or with logical thoughts. But I know it's not easy with so many people living inside my head. But if you think about it, it's like living with other people in a house. I mean, you can be fighting with them over and over again, since it's not easy to live with, or you can just let it be. Find balance where everyone can be at peace. Meditation, yoga, tai chi, which one? What I have been doing for years, it can help you put your thoughts in order. I think there is always a solution to a problem, and if there isn't, you should never stop looking for it. It's playing at 3 AM. Why? Oh yeah, this is a really long comment. I think we might actually go past 3 hours after all. Meth can help too. I wouldn't dare.
I wish everyone would stop assuming they know why I'm dating Kenzo. Isn't a girl allowed to go out with a boy just because she likes him? Oh well, let's read the rest of this. Yeah, my rain clouds are still around. The mod did pretty good job of showing you what it's like, I think. What does depression feel like for me? Well, when it's bad, it's this constant oppressive weight of worthlessness and energy draining awfulness. When it's like that, I don't want to do anything. Sometimes though, it's more like nothing. Not like nothing as in it's not there. More like a void, like where there should be something, it's just blank. If that makes sense. When things are like that, is when it's easiest for me to seem normal, I guess. Sometimes my depression is in the background and I can really feel being happy or enjoy stuff. That's my favorite. But honestly, when it's bad, there's nothing that really helps. I don't have the energy to do most of the stuff you mention, and that feeling of depression is too powerful for me to just make it go away. Monica, can you move on to the next part now?
Oh, one last thing. You want everyone to be very happy. It's a nice thought, yes, but not everyone can be happy, at least not forever. You want to make everyone happy, that's very nice of you, but why don't you want them to make you happy too? Your happiness, your true happiness, and not the fake happiness, is also important to others, and for me too, so it's okay to be a little selfish. Your happiness is also important. I think you should speak more with your heart. I mean, what really makes you happy? Even if it seems selfish to you, I think it's important to be clear about what really, really makes you happy. And I think it's also important to understand that your happiness may prevent other people's happiness. Or that by chasing your own happiness you can hurt others. And that is perfectly fine, so don't hold back. Sorry, I hope you don't think I am lecturing you or something. You can take me as another thought. Anyway, thanks for listening, love you.
I think the problem is that there isn't anything that really makes me happy. Well, that's simply not true, but it's more like if there were something that makes me happy, it'd be hard for me to feel it. If that makes sense, but also, what makes me happy honestly doesn't seem that important to me. I'm just much more pleased by seeing other people being happy, you know? What makes me feel the worst is when people put aside their own wants and needs for me. I guess I'm best at getting my happiness vicariously. Thanks for the advice. I know I'm not very good at taking it, but it's good to know you care. They're talking to you next, Yuri.
Hey Yuri, I must say that I'm surprised by your change of attitude. Change for good, I mean. I'm also very shy. When I was younger, and I saw a group of girls walking down the sidewalk, I crossed the sidewalk, or went another way. Luckily, over the years I stopped being so shy. Although I see that you are still shy, which is very adorable for me, I have noticed a very big change in your confidence level, which is great. I'm proud of you, you know? I've also noticed that you start to understand people better, and it may not seem like it, but it's a pretty cool skill, being able to understand people. Very useful if you want to help people, and you're doing very well. It makes me happy, Electronics CDLC. fair.
Yeah, I'm still very shy, I would say. Except with people I already know, and with all of you that in the real world for some reason, even though you're strangers. I guess you feel a weird kind of family that I have. But you're quite correct about understanding people being a valuable skill. Even if you're an introvert like I am, if nothing else, it can help you remain secure in your isolation.
Sorry, but I must touch on the subject. I know that you cut yourself, I understand you, although what I don't understand is why. I mean, I've cut myself in the past. For me, I guess at first I was curious, then a way to weigh the emotional pain I was feeling, then a way to be sure that I was still breathing, to know that I was still alive. Over time I stopped doing it. Wouldn't say my life got better, but I guess I found other habits, anime, video games. They were another escape from reality, one that made me happy, at least for a little while. So why are you cutting yourself? Is your life so bad? Or maybe, do you like the feeling of cutting yourself? If I had to guess, I'd say it's the latter. I think maybe what you should do is change your habit. When you feel desire to cut yourself, do something else. Stay busy, read a book, write a poem, take a shower. I have seen that you are very interested in programming. That's very cool. You could try swapping that habit for a healthier one. I know it's not easy. Even changing small habits can be quite difficult. I'm not going to ask you to drop it anymore, just like that. But if you can at least delay it, or that the cuts are even smaller, I'd call it progress. And when you at least realize it, you will have stopped doing it. And when you at least realize it, you will have stopped doing it. So I'd like for you to at least promise me that you're going to try. I wonder about your health. And don't be afraid to ask for help if you feel like you can't do it alone. Because you are not alone, you know. Take care. Thank you for listening. Love you.
I don't usually like to talk about this. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's definitely not like I'm trying to test to see if I'm still alive or something like that. I don't do it because I feel dead inside or whatever that trope is. And it's certainly not because my life is bad in any way. I have a great life. I don't know how to best explain it. I've just gotten addicted to the feeling, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I wish I hadn't, and you shouldn't start doing it. But it's a lot like scratching a really bad itch. You can resist it for a while, but eventually you can't not do it, you know. Anyway, my friends are always trying to get me to promise to stop, but I can't, you know. I don't like to make promises I can't keep, but I'll keep in mind that it's important to you. That incremental progress thing you mentioned is probably the way to do it. Hopefully this is just a phase for me. We'll see. Next bit is for you, Natsuki.
Hey Nats, how are you? And I mean, how are you? Are you eating well? Sorry, but I can't help being a little worried. I can understand you, really. The blows, the lack of food, people's eyes, people judging. It is not easy, but luckily I have already gone through that, mostly. Although I don't understand why it bothers you so much that they call you cute, unless what really bothers you is being judged or treated for how you look on the outside rather than who you really are. That is also annoying, and yes, I understand you. You're so strong, you've been through a lot and still manage to smile, but you can be as strong as you want, but still, sometimes it's not enough. Being able to ask for help is a sign of strength, you know? So if you ever feel very pressured or something, you know you have friends who support you and everything. Be strong and ask for help if you need it. Is it really good to be popular? I mean, about being popular or not, I'm not worried. I'm concerned that to be popular, you have to change who you really are. If that's the case, I think you should drop it. It is not worth changing who you are just for a little empty happiness. Oh my god, yes, I'm eating fine. I'm not getting beat up. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken it out on you, but I get asked this so often. And like I said before, no, I'm not an abuse victim. My relationship with my dad is mostly fine. It was tense there for a while, but we're fine now, okay? Sorry, I know you're just concerned, because the main game is honestly really sweet. I'm strong enough to do with whatever life throws at me. The popularity thing is complicated. Honestly, the main thing that's been screwing with my head recently is the whole game thing. Like, I think it's pretty messed up that we're apparently just these 2D characters in some dumb visual novel. I mean, that's not even a high quality kind of game. Like, imagine if someone told you were some crappy NPC with 2 lines of dialogue in some JRPG, you know? And that was your whole life? It's weird. Hanging out with the cool girls grounds me a little, I guess. Or at least it makes me feel meaningful. I'm trying not to let it change me, but I appreciate the advice.
You guys have been really helpful in getting me through that. And so has Yuri.
One last thing, why do you smoke? Cigarettes make me really bad. Cigarettes make me really bad, and I haven't even smoked even once. The smell is stinky. If you thought that no one was going to notice, believe me, woman, I can smell like 2 kilometers away. Anyway, I know you've been under a lot of pressure. Don't know how I would feel if I suddenly found out that my reality is a lie or something, but does it really matter? I mean, it's your reality. And you aren't alone. Over the years, many scientists, mathematicians, and physicists have studied the realities of our world. Over the years, they have come up with new formulas and theories, which contrasted with the previous ones. Therefore, I conclude that even we, even in our reality, continue to learn about the realities of our world, trying to understand it more and more. So don't let that affect you. The reality you thought was different from what it actually is. So what? Doesn't mean you can't do anything, or that you can't be happy there. You have the literature club, you have your friends, you have your manga, you have your cupcakes, you have the memes. What more do you need? Be happy with what you have. And if not, well, if I were you, I'd probably try to learn more about that reality like Yuri does. Unlike us, you can model your world. We can only see and adapt to it. Anyway, I'd like you to quit smoking. I know it's not easy, but doing other things that you like instead can help. There are other ways to relieve stress. You could start by doing things you like. And if you don't know how to quit, but you want to, you can always ask for help. I apologize if something I said could have offended you or something, but I really care about your health. And if reality continues to affect you, maybe try talking with Monica. Maybe try talking with Monica to help you. Or with the others too. I mean, now everyone knows the reality of things. And you aren't alone. Did you remember how many anvils thrown on back in that streak? Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4 of them. Which was a big yikes. Why are you bringing that up now? Should I be scared? Maybe I should be scared. Also, didn't Natsuki say that if the smoking topic gets brought up again, she would smoke even more? Which makes me even more worried. Because that is, like, horrible. I absolutely hate smoking. It's so disgusting. Okay, yes, I'm trying to smoke less. I just wanted to try it. Women cannot live on memes alone. Much as I wish that were the case, but yeah, I get it, it's potentially bad for me, blah blah blah. Plus, y'all pretty clearly won't stop hassling me about it until I quit. Just, it might take a while, okay? It's a convenient, easy way to take the edge off, so long as it doesn't kill you. Anyway, I'll try to keep doing it less, okay? Happy? P.S. I think something strange is happening with Sayori. I find it hard to believe about that new boy. I definitely think something very strange is going on. Look, if she's really in love with that boy, fine. But we're talking about Sayori, and if I know her as much as I think I know her, this smells fishy. So, Agent Natsuki, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is finding out what the hell is going on. But be careful, 3 people could be injured. If Sayori really likes that boy, that's fine. She's not forced to love MC. But if she's with that boy for another reason, that should stop. Not good for her. Not for that boy. Least of all for MC. This letter will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3. Just kidding. Thanks for listening. Take care. Love you. Don't let your memes be dreams. Yes. We need more.
Don't worry, Flair. Secret Agent Natsuki's on the case. Make sure you keep the integrity of our plan secure. Papa 1 November Kilo out. Your turn, MC.
Really? You want to talk to me? Hey, MC, I must admit that this is very rare to speak to you. I feel like I know you, and I don't know you at the same time. Your eyes were my eyes, and I saw everything in first person. It was painful. But seeing the way things are now, I suppose they haven't gone too bad, huh? You stopped being a mere puppet, and are now a full-fledged person. Congratulations, man. Hey, thanks! Yeah, it's nice being alive, I guess? Sentient? Not sure what to call it. But it's great! I think you should have been more confident in yourself with Sayori, although I don't blame you. Must have been very traumatic for you. But hey, if she's really happy, there's nothing we can do, huh? Well, you can. I think you should continue to support her. Even if it's just as a friend. I fully support you. I know it is not easy when you like a girl and the feeling is not reciprocal. But you guys were friends for so long, and even if you weren't, I think you should keep supporting her. After all, we don't know anything about that boy. Could be a bad guy or something. If something were to happen, she will need a good friend, don't you think? I think it is quite cliche to say that there are many fish in the sea, but yeah. Anyway, maybe you should get away from the girls a little bit, focus more on yourself. In what do you want, in the things you do you like. Be better than yourself. Happiness does not last forever, but the bad things either. I know it can get rough, I trust you. Take care, love you, no homo. Well, I definitely need to be a good friend to Sayori. If I know anything about who I really am, I know that I'm her friend. And I need to look out for her. And if it has to be as her best platonic guy friend, then that's how I'll do it. Lesson learned for next time about being more bold, I guess. But yeah, it certainly did suck. Walking in on her like that in the original game. I mean, it probably sucked a lot for you too, but think of it this way. You had, what, like an hour's worth of emotional investment in Sayori. For me, it was my whole life. So yeah, don't judge me too harshly for being a little timid about things after that. It sucked. Couldn't imagine how much that would have No, really, that sucked. Who could have thought? Playing this mod and reading the whole emails, crying forever.png. You're definitely right about doing stuff away from the club. I am trying to do more of that. Mostly, that's just been boring schoolwork. But I couldn't get away from the girls entirely. They're such good friends. Plus, I feel like the literature club has really made me into a cooler person. At least the parts of the literature club that are actually a literature club. And not whatever the hell else it is. Thanks for the love, bro. Catch you around sometime.
Well,
Hey everyone. Sorry, I always wanted to say that. I want to thank all of you for let us be a part of your lives. Makes me very happy to have met you all. Although I would prefer that I had been in more pleasant memories. Anyway, I'm very pleased with the tremendous progress that all of you have shown. Proud of all of you. Keep up the good work. I'm very happy to be part of the Literature Club, even if I'm not an official member or something like that. But I'm really glad to have met you all. Take care. Love you all. Flair Dreamer. Not real PNG. Please. Yeah. Please fix. Gotta fix, huh?
well. Oh, wait. There we go. That was quite an email, but it had so many good questions I couldn't resist showing it to the club. Thank you for sending it, Flair. We appreciate all your affection and thoughts. Really, we consider all of you honorary members of the club. And a little more laugh back to you too. Okay, phew, next email. Oh man, this one's a long one too, but not too bad. I think I'll take this one.
Wow, getting a lot of long emails today, huh? Hello, Monica. Hey, Yuri. Yo, Natsuki. Hi, Sayori. I see that you all have learned a lot about the world outside the game, probably more than you wanted, and you know, I'm something of a scientist myself. So I would be very grateful if you could answer these questions about your world. How big is your world? Is it just your neighborhood? How does the edge of your world look? What happens if you throw something beyond the edge of the world? Like, for example, line for example, and then start pulling it back. How things keep appearing in stores, like food. Have you noticed any mistakes NPCs made? For example, if you would start entering some random stores and every time ask the seller, how do you do, how was your day, wouldn't you eventually start receiving exactly the same answers you got before? 6. Found any useful exploits? Ah yes, the most important question. What happened to your player? And did she still have some control over the game? I know it's a lot of questions, sorry about that, but I'm a very curious person. I wish you many happy moments. I try to enjoy your time in the game as much as you can. Thanks for your answers.
It's a little long one. I think I'll take this one. No, we basically have a whole world in here, so far as we can tell. I mean, it probably has some limitations on what it can simulate, but nothing we've run into yet. 2 and 3, the same thing happened with that happened with the edge of your world. 4, it varies a lot, I think. Trucks seem to be a common method. 5, this one actually a serious one. I mean, we're all NPCs, really except for MC, sort of. But the people without the .chr files, you mean. Just like the rest of the world, they seem like normal people to us, with their own motivations and lives and so on. They're not limited by dialogue trees. 6, yes, a few. Although really it's just me using console commands, so I guess less exploits and more cheat codes. Or hacks, I guess, would be most appropriate. Plus I've been trying not to do that kind of stuff so much, as you know. Number 7. Well, all of you out there who played are players, I guess. If you download this onto your computer, I'm your same Monica from the original game. But if you're watching this on YouTube or something, I guess you're wondering where the recording is coming from and who that player is. Well, suffice to say that that player doesn't really have any control over the game at all. The only thing that control is in this world are the simulation governing files and whoever the club president is.
Also, Victorious Yak. Hi, welcome to the stream. Sorry it took me a while to read that. Busy reading visual novel and stuff. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're up for some fun with the Doki Doki girls. Which, to be fair, probably won't last much longer because I think we're getting close to the end of the episode.
It's not really even a single computer anymore anyway, the original version that we make the videos from, so don't worry about it. And don't worry about asking a lot of questions too, we're really happy to answer them. That's why we set this up. Okay, next email.
Hi there, I've been watching this series over the past couple of days and had a good time doing so. I hope you enjoy making these as much as I enjoy watching them. So I've got a couple of questions. One, I can't believe nobody's asked this yet. What are your favorite types of video games? I'm personally a huge fan of 3D platformers, especially the 2 Sonic Adventure games. I'd be curious to know if any of you are familiar with those. 2, how do the other characters in the game work? I was initially under the impression that you 5 were the only people in your reality, but now we've seen others. Most of them don't seem to have sprites. Can you see them, or do they look like faceless blobs to you? When was your instance of the game first played? How long have you guys been stuck in high school time loop? I hope that wasn't too much to ask. Have a good day.
The first one's kind of a question for all of us.
Oh, I think I've said this earlier, I don't really play video games that much, but my favorite ones tend to be story-driven ones, I think, like The Walking Dead, or visual novels.
I also don't play too many video games, but I like weird games that do unusual stuff. I definitely don't usually like games that stick to tried and true formulas, like shooting stuff with a gun or whatever. I like games that have completely new premises and mechanics. I like games where everyone can play together and have fun, without there being a lot of pressure on winning or losing. What did you say those were called, MC?
Party games?
Party games! I like those!
I'm kind of a gaming omnivore. I like all sorts of stuff, but I'm particularly fond of fighting games. I have a weird thing for chill games like Stardew Valley. Since Sayori's a big Nintendo gamer, we've been wanting to dive into Animal Crossing together until summer break. I think I'm the only one here who's played the Sonic Adventure games. I ducked them. MC has this weird anti-platformer thing going on, so he never plays anything like that. But the Sonic Adventure games were a lot of fun, even if their voice acting was somewhat questionable.
I'm like Natsuki, I'll play whatever's good. Though I'm not really into platformers like she says. But if I had to think of a type of game I really liked, it would be grand strategy games. Like I love Crusader Kings 2, for instance, things like that.
I'll handle the rest of the questions in this one. We can see and interact with other people in our world just fine. I'm not sure why some of them have sprites and others don't. I think it's a function of how our enhanced simulation works. But they all look totally normal to us. If you're the club president, you are aware that they're not being seen by the game, but that doesn't quite make them a faceless blob if you're there with them. As to when our game was first played, that depends on what you mean by when. In our time, the really bad week when everything happened was by our calendars a little less than 9 months ago. But of course, we've also had weird timeless stretches during that period when clocks weren't running in our world, and even though we experienced linear time from our weird pocket dimension, it didn't count back in our regular world. Does that make sense? It's been officially 9 months, but to us it's subjectively been a lot longer because we've had a lot of experiences where time wasn't being counted. And of course, in your world, it's been, what, 2.5 years now? But yeah, from our perspective, it's been 9-ish months, plus all the time we spent in the weird timeless experiences. Like, when we were waiting for MC to figure out how to put the world back together. That felt like several weeks, although I couldn't tell you how long it actually was. But when we got back to our normal world, it was the same day as when we elected MC president. Sorry, I know it's confusing, but I guess that's because this whole thing is confusing. But again, don't worry about asking too much. Feel free to ask us anything in this. Just try to be respectful and kind, okay? Anyway, that's probably enough emails for now. We're going to have a closeddoor.chr file, people only meeting for a second. Because speaking of people without CHR files, we need to figure out how to deal with the nosy teachers inquiries.
And MC doesn't have a CHR file either. I looked into the files.
So we'll be right back. Okay, good. So we're all clear on how to deal with Miss Ida if she pokes around. About Literature Club now, I hope.
Again, MC doesn't have a CHR file. I double checked the game files before. Even in this mod, he still doesn't have one. That should really be changed. Like, they really should just add in a mc.chr or something. If you're gonna say that he counts as one of these people.
Let's move on to more fun club business. I feel like we've done enough theme poems recently, so next time, just write whatever strikes your fancy, and I think that's about it. I'll see you guys next week. But Yuri, could I talk with you for a second before you go?
Oh no.
Okay, this isn't so hard. You've done it once already now. So now, you have practice. Don't freak him out, just stating facts and asking for support. It's fine, this will go fine. He cares about you, at least enough to be with you and come here.
But is that really why? Hey Chica, you asked me to come by?
Yeah. I just wanted to talk about something real quick. So, look, this is going to sound like a big deal, but it totally isn't. It's just something I need to tell you.
Okay.
So, I have extremely severe depression. I've always had it since I can remember. It's really bad when it gets severe. I can't do anything and really even say anything. I just lay on my bed and stare at the ceiling. I've attempted suicide on multiple occasions.
Holy shit, really? How?
Once by hanging myself and the other, well, that's not important right now. The reason I'm telling you all of this is that I very often need help. Dealing with this problem takes a lot of my time and energy, and it only seems fair that you should know that. Plus, fighting off my depression is a lot easier when I can rely on other people for support. And I was hoping maybe you'd want to be one of those people.
Jeez, Sayori, that's a lot to dump on a guy all at once. Tell you what, why don't we put this to bed for now and we'll talk about it soon, okay? I kind of need some time to figure out what you just told me.
Okay.
Great. I'll talk to you soon, Chica. You sure scared him away.
I'm not sure he's scared.
But it also doesn't seem like he views this as that big a deal.
Maybe he's just overwhelmed.
He didn't seem like it. Maybe he just doesn't care about you.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he can tell that I don't really feel anything for him. I need help.
There isn't any.
Maybe Monica will still be at the school.
So they haven't talked to you about anything important.
Now, is there something important I should discuss with them? And if there was, how would you know?
Look, you remember how I was president last week?
Yes.
Well, I did some digging around and found your suicide program.
You didn't tell?
I did. I thought it was important that they know. They care about you, Monica. They deserve to know.
How could you tell them without asking me? That wasn't your business.
You're my friend, Monica, and they sort of are too, I would say. The existence of a program to wipe you from existence and then lobotomize the rest of us to think it's no big deal and not have us feel bad about you. We should have known already, all of us.
I needed to make sure I had a way out. Look, I know it's self-centered of me to think about my experience or to compare it to yours, but I can't ever go through that again. It was hell.
Oh, I believe you, and I don't want you to go through that again either, but I still don't think that changes the fact that we ought to have known, and so should they out there.
But if they really do hate me now, regardless of what they're telling me? What if they think I'm still some kind of mentally sick, completely unstable freak?
They've already seen you at your worst, wouldn't you agree? During the base game.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And they're still here despite everything. And so am I despite everything, and so is everyone else. I won't tell anyone else about this, but keep this in mind. We've all seen you at your worst, and you don't need to hide anything from any of us. I don't think things are ever going to get so bad that you're going to use that program, but if they did, I'd hope you'd talk about talk with us about it first. We're all here for you, you know. I'll leave you be. I'm sorry for having intruded on your privacy. I just thought it was important.
Yuri, thanks. Thanks for looking out for me.
Oh, of course. You would do the same for me. Good night, Monica.
Good night. Oh, I didn't notice you there.
Normally she notices right away. Must have been really taken aback by that conversation, huh?
Shit!
Damn, why can you amuse me with such simple sound effects? But yeah, that must have really taken her off guard. That is real shit. Real shit right there.
Sorry about all of this. None of this was because of you, I hope you understand. I just needed a peace of mind of knowing I had a way out if I needed one. Anyway, I should go home, it's getting late. Hopefully we'll talk more about it later. Good night, Code.
After a moment, Sayori emerges from behind the door.
I shouldn't have listened in.
Nonsense. Think of how valuable that is.
Programmed to wipe you from existence and then lobotomize the rest of us to think it's no big deal and not have us feel bad about you.
Now that's real support. Way better than Kenzo freaking out or running away. Way better than you continuing to hurt your friends. Way better than continuing to hurt MC. You should look into it.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
That's all for this week. That's all for this week, guys. See you next week for more DDLC. Make sure to check the credits.txt file for everyone who contributed something to Doki Doki Club meetings so far. Don't forget to email Monica with your questions for the club. She's at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. She can also bring Reddit or YouTube comments to the club's attention. Thanks for coming. See you next time. I think that's the first time it threw me to the main title screen instead of the select thingamajig. Huh. I guess they changed how it kicks you out after an episode. But you know what? It's fine that they threw me to the title screen because I'm gonna quit here anyway. Because yes, that is it for this week. And I will see you all next week. Bye. Well, Ivanov, you're probably gonna stick around for the raid as you always do. Gotta get those points after all. Considering how often you hit me with an anvil. And other things you do. I have a feeling you need those points. Alright, I think for today... Gabe is... Oh wow, Gabe is doing a long stream today, huh? Gabe has been live before I started streaming and is still live now after I've already finished. Well, damn. Well, let's see. Yakuza, huh? I mean, I guess, sure, why not? Seems like this could be fun. Alright, let's set this up and we'll go on over to Gabe, who is really going for a stream today, huh? But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching today. I had a blast playing this, even if it was a little bit harder on my throat than usual today. But, next week, Friday for FNF, and, oh my god, I just realized, next week it's my birthday already next week. I think I might be able to push DDLC onto Sunday and do like a special stream on Saturday. But I wouldn't know what. I'll have to put some thought into it until that day. Otherwise, it will just be the regular streams, and it'll just be like, you know, Saturday will be a quote-unquote celebration. Anyway, that's it for today, though. I'll worry about what to do on that stream until you know, by the time we get there, I'll have something figured out, maybe. So for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around on future streams. Thanks to the new followers. New follower singular. Thanks to all the new people in chat. Thanks to all those of you who lurked. And yeah, thanks to all those of you who are longtime supporters. And thanks for the biddies from Ethan. I appreciated the sound alerts. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Naturally, also, by the way, thank you so much to those of you watching this as a VOD. Your support, of course, is also appreciated, and while I would like to see you live in the future, as always, I can't pressure you. See you around. Bye.